let's see if this thing is 100% working first before we get started with today's BattleTech stream. I didn't lie. It is BattleTech. Just making sure that this thing is actually working. Looks like it's showing everything correctly. Yes. Aha! Ha! Yes. Yes, we have this working. Good. Very good. Yes. So here we are. This is what I made myself, which will explain any and all jank. No names on the images. This one this one was put together. But don't worry, I know which ones are which. I have a list for when we're needed. So I will get said list first. This old school device known as a book with lines in it and stuff. Yeah. So let's see. Got it all written down here for handy dandy checkage. Aerospace. I was thinking, you know what, folks? I was thinking, hey Devin, I was thinking that aerospace and stuff I was going to do for a future one. So I was going to do aerospace of 3025 and the 2750 book. So this one's purely just the ground vehicles and some of the in atmosphere, not the spacecraft. What do you mean, Dun Grizzly? 15 minutes? What? Well, for me going live? Well, I mean, I'm 2 minutes earlier than I said I was going to be. Wait a minute, is that vaguely sexual? I hope not. Anyway, so we got our 5 tiers. Obviously, top tier is Taurian armoured deity. I felt that was fitting. Marek Marvelous would be the next tier down. Mid-range, we're on the Canopian party bus. After that, everything is Federated Sun scrap. I think that's fair. I think we can all agree with that one, right? And then, if it's really bad, it's Ilkhan crap. Also, disclaimer, for anyone who watches this later on YouTube, this is for fun. This isn't the definitive tier list. This doesn't... I am not sponsored by Catalyst Game Labs to say whatever I say, this is de facto. I'm having a laugh with chat and maybe my brother when he comes down, and we're just going to go through these and have a laugh. So if we put something in a tier that you disagree with, guess what? It doesn't invalidate your opinion. It really doesn't. We're just going to be having a look at these, we're having a laugh. Yeah, fun is verboten. No wob awesomeness. No, this is tier list 3025, 3026. It states there. Vehicles. There we go. So, vehicles. I made this one. Kind of, sort of. But, hey, Naman, hello, also Erwin as well. So, first one on our list, it's a biggie. It's the Behemoth. Now, yeah, don't worry, I've got all these listed, so we can jump straight over. Which one is it? That's this one. Obviously. There's the original, that's not the original art for the Behemoth. There we go. There's the Behemoth there. 100 tons of absolutely terrifying armoured vehicle there. The original art's there by Luce. Pair of AC-10s, quad LRM-5s, 2 SRM-6s, quad SRM-2s, and machine guns spread about all around the vehicle. If you haven't seen my lore warrior about it, just search it on the channel. You'll find it, Behemoth Tank. This thing is ridiculously nasty and powerful, built to murder in every different form. What's this, man? If there's a WOB variant, it's an automatic gold star. So yeah, as you see, 46 armor on the front. Hey Yobbo, how you doing? Quad L5, Quad SRM2, who built this kind of crap? The Behemoth, one of the gods of the battlefield. Twin AC-10 in the turret. I don't know, this thing, I do like it. Obviously it's very, very slow. I mean, we're talking about a vehicle that only moves 2 and 3. So, you know, you're going to be looking at hoping that things come to you. Very, very much like, could you come here, please? Can you come here, please, so I can kill you? Because my quad LRM-5s just aren't doing the damage. And my AC-10s I've missed. An ammunition bin that when it goes up can be seen from fucking space. Yeah, it's the Behemoth is definitely a bit of a hit or miss, I think. I wouldn't immediately put this in the I think we can all agree, right? This isn't God tier. This isn't Taurian armored deity, is it? It's still deadly. Let's not get wrong. You know, this thing is pretty nasty, but I don't think it's up there. At the moment, I'm thinking it's Canopian Party Bus or Marek Marvelous. What do you mean Fed Sons at best? They're fourth down on the list. Hey Elise, how you doing? So I'm thinking at the moment the Behemoth is on the Canopian Party Bus. It's got the hookers, it's got the blow, it's having a good time. But we're not like, you know, we're not jumping up into being Marek Marvelous here. I don't think yet. But we've got 50 vehicles to go through here. We've got plenty of time. It'll blow. What's this? Fed Sons at best. 10 AC-10s are nice, but the rest is what the fuck? Is this a vehicle that's carried 10 AC-10s? Oh my god. Oh man, Macquarie Light players for that, they'd be spooging themselves to death, they'd fall over. Oh my god, okay. Like power down the tablet since I know the stream's working now. Okay, so that's where we're going to sit with the Behemoth. So it's a good one. It's a good one, but it's not great. I think it's in the mid. Next up, we've got the Boomerang Spotter plane. Now, you know, we're not in combat territory here. We're looking at, you know, a pretty straightforward non-combat vehicle. It's got a recon camera. It moves fairly quick, 9 and 14 of overthrust. Is that vaguely sexual? Does anyone know? But we've got a 5-ton piece of equipment, and yeah, literally, it does the important job of finding the enemy. And as it says, the name for it, V-Shape, it's a typical spy plane used by the armed forces of the 5 successor states. It acts as a mobile spotter for artillery and as a forward observer for advancing mechs. The use of air vehicles as a reconnaissance platform dates back before the invention of the airplane to the use of hot air balloons by armies of the 19th century. The advent of the airplane increased the usefulness of aerial reconnaissance, and the spy satellites of the early 21st century with their detailed photographs and relative invulnerability.
I'm here.
Hi.
You said it was something important?
Oh yeah, we're doing another tier list.
No, you said it was something important?
Yeah, we're doing another tier list. What? What? I made you a drink.
What's the... What are we doing?
We're doing a tier list. Look, I've started it.
Vehicles?
Yeah. I've put the Behemoth on the Canopian Party Bus.
Wait. Vehicles?
Yeah. What? What's up with that?
So it's not even Max?
No. What's the problem?
You woke me up for this?
I thought you'd be happy with this. You know, you said you always wanted to take part. Here you are. You're here. Hello. What was that? Emo Dr. Phil. That's pretty good. I like that one. There's a cat on that chair.
Well, why am I supposed to sit?
Well, I mean, you could wrestle all that stuff behind me out the way for that chair if you want, or you could just move the cat off the chair. She looks very comfortable. The bro's disappointment is palpable.
I mean...
What's up? What?
So I can't even have the chair. Now I've got to fight a load of junk.
That's a
to
decent...
get the spare chair out.
So, junk, excuse me, that's a lot of my unbuilt Warhammer models you're talking about.
Just kick them out the
You
way.
just kicked them out the way. Hey, no, there's crisis protocol there, careful, they're worth more than you.
What's all the wiring there? What the hell is going on in there?
Hey, that wires, that's off my virtual reality thing. That's Comstar gifted me that. But don't drop it on the floor.
Well, where the hell am I supposed to put all this crap?
I do, it's a lot of my... Look, there's a lot of my, you know, gifts from... No, don't put that in my head.
Hair.
Don't put that in my head. That's good.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
it's horrible. Put that away.
Tinsel in your hair now.
Oh, I haven't, have I?
I think probably.
Oh, fucking hell.
Crap on this. The state of it. I'm supposed...
The view I've got isn't much better. It's just got your arse sticking out the way. What do you mean was the last time it was cleaned? It's never been cleaned. It's hardly been used. Hey, BFG, how you doing?
Oh, God.
No, he's not shoving pussy off the chair. What's this? The bro can sit on the floor with his legs crossed and his fingers on his lips.
Oh,
Says, yep.
Jesus Christ. I'm not supposed to be lifting heavy stuff like this.
That's
I'm
not...
supposed to just...
It's not heavy, it's a chair.
I'm supposed to do simple things. I've just fit...
You are a simple thing.
After this, I've got to redo the soup dispensers.
That's all you do is redo the soup dispensers. Don't turn that into a big
It's
thing.
pea soup. This week.
Oh, well, I don't mind pea soup. Right, anyway, the boomerang. Where are we going to put that to spot a plane? It's an important piece of equipment, I feel. I mean, if you don't know where the enemy are, your mechs and stuff aren't going to get to the fight.
Well, it's a drone, not a plane, isn't it?
Oh, it's called the boomerang spotter plane. So
Yeah,
spot a
it's
plane. It's got a cockpit.
Nobody sits in that, do they?
They must do.
Oh, it's got to be a drone, hasn't it?
I think this is before drones.
How can it be before drones if it's 400 years in the future or whatever?
Because in real life it was before drones.
This doesn't make any sense, folks. Does it say there's a pilot?
I'm looking, but it says it's in service with the FedSun. Oh, it may automatically have to go in the FedSun scrap. Yobbo says there's an unmanned unit.
Yeah, it's a drone, you tit.
It's got a fucking cockpit on it. Why would you put a cockpit on a drone?
That'll be a glass cover for
what?
vital items like a camera and
The
stuff.
camera would be underneath. You don't have the bloody camera on the top there.
The camera that the remote pilot.
What? He'd have it in there? No, he'd look through the fucking camera on the front, you dillard.
Well, that is the front.
It does. Oh yeah, the quote is 2 vertical stabilizers sit either side of the cockpit. Yeah, sit either side of the pilot's cockpit. Pilot's cockpit. There is a bloke in it.
It's clearly a drone.
But it says, look, it says there, black and fucking white, pilot's cockpit. Why would you have a pilot's cockpit? Why would you mention that unless there was a pilot in it?
Well, then why is there no notable pilots?
I don't know. What was he going to be notably? He took out a Jenner during the War of 3039.
Okay, chat. If you believe it's a drone, put 1. If you believe it actually has a pilot and you're a mentalist, put 2. Okay? We'll give you a minute.
2, is it? 2. All right.
That doesn't count.
Well, you said I'm putting into there's 2. Bro equals why is there no notable pilots? Because they're all dead. See?
No, because it's a drone.
The evidence is irrefutable.
No.
It's a manned drone. Right, this isn't getting us any closer to a tier list. Look, it's
it's a piece of crap that doesn't make sense. So it's Fed Sun's scrap.
It's Federated Sun scrap. Okay, it's a drone for drones. Yeah, bro lose. At least go that once you get pinned, I think. Oh.
Right, so I was right. You're all wrong.
I said, works. Wow, you're attacking.
It's clearly a drone.
It's attacking chat. Look, 3 people said 2 right away.
It's your chat, not mine. I'm just a guest who's been tricked into getting up.
Tricked? I said I'm doing a tier list.
Rubbish.
Right. Anyway, next up is the bulldog. Okay. Right. So.
Okay.
So we gotta go up this document here. It's the bulldog is somewhere in here.
I thought they were all in order of.
No, they're not in alphabetical order in this book. Don't be fucking mental.
Oh, okay.
No. We gotta find the bulldog on this list first. Then we gotta jump to see. Look, bulldog's right there, 58 in the book. It won't be page 58 straight off of you there. There we go, bulldog.
Okay. Now this...
What's this one called? Boo, hiss, how dare you not put my favourite thing as your favourite thing. The refuse collector is god tier. Alphabetical order, TRO, never. Solid Machine, Marek, says Falkenstein. Wow, okay. I do like it.
Yeah, this is a good... I would imagine relatively easy to maintain tank. Because it's simple, it does its job.
It's a good frontline vehicle. It's thin on armor. I suppose that's its main downside because it carries for its weight a decent amount of weapons. You know, you've got your heavy, your large laser and your 2 SRM4s. So it can do a lot of damage, but it can be killed quite quick, I think, as well. Because some mechs will just punch straight through that armor. 24 on the front, for instance, a hunchback.
Well, we recently went up against a couple of these on the table.
Yeah, we fought one on Table Tech, yeah.
And I remember it taking a few hits, and that large laser is not a joke when it starts burning through some of your armour. And those 2 SRM4s can be a real nuisance as well at close range.
Oh, yeah, I mean, once it gets in close range, yeah.
Yeah, and considering all but the hull-mounted machine gun, I've got 360 to to put damage on. Yeah, I think this is a decent all-round tank. It's relatively cheap, so
we were going like Marek Marvelous.
yeah,
I think
Marvelous, yeah.
Oh, we got our first M&M. There we go. Devon's saying it's Canopian Party Bus. It's flawed but solid. Usable in Sonora's boat target for Yobbo. BFG says it's cheap and okay-ish.
I actually agree with some of those. It's cheap and okay-ish. Maybe it should be in the Canopian Party.
You think it should? All right. You changed so quickly.
No, that's a good point. Because it is a cheap tank, but it's good for
it's
what
going
it does,
alongside.
But it's not great.
We're going alongside the Behemoth on this one then, yeah.
Why is the Behemoth in?
Well, it's a 300 ton tank, and most of its firepower is right up close, right? So if it's encountered at any distance, I mean, other vehicles and mechs are just going to rain death on the thing. It's got quad LRM fires, but that's not enough long range return fire, really. It's two AC-10s are like mid range. I think it's in the middle.
Okay.
Like when it's in the right spot, it's deadly, and then if it's caught out, it's dead.
Yeah.
As far as death goes. Right, now this is the coolant truck. Now, anyone who remembers, obviously, the original write-ups, which are obviously in the 3025 book, will remember that the coolant truck is basically written as a lifesaver, as far as vehicles are concerned. Because, mechs overheat, and I mean, I don't know if this write-up still has the thing where there's like this unspoken rule where pilots won't shoot a mech that's being attended to by a coolant truck, because it's just that accepted sort of notion that everybody's in the same boat when you're a mech pilot.
Dumb enough to shoot a coolant truck.
Yeah, it's
obviously your bosses or your house or your mercenary company would rather capture them.
Yeah, so I think, yes, I mean, it says coolant trucks are valued as battlefield prizes. If a cooler and its team are captured and tapped, the soldiers will usually be offered a chance to work for their captors. That kind of thing. So yeah. I think that without this, a lot of mech pilots would be dead, or wouldn't be able to perform their duties. I'm thinking this is Marek Marvelous to possibly, armoured deity.
Okay, so my only argument to that would be this.
Okay.
Have you ever read anything? Have you ever read anything that ever mentioned in a battle them using a coolant truck?
No, I mean it's one of those things that with the original writing, isn't it, where they had this idea but they never really used.
It's a cool vehicle. It looks cool. It's a cool idea. I think it's one of those things that then just got immediately forgotten. I can't remember ever being in a tabletop fight where there was a coolant truck available, because the idea that you could just charge in there, unleash hell without much concern, knowing that you could spend a turn or two waiting to be completely cooled down before running back into the fight. I'm
kind of looking at it from a universe perspective as well. I kind of like the idea that there are these non-combat elements as well that are so important.
Of it, yeah.
Yeah. On the table, there's not really much use for a coolant truck in a game other than having it as like an objective or something like that. Or
that's what I mean.
Some set dressing.
I don't ever remember them ever being mentioned. And I think it's a great idea that was then pretty much forgotten. And I do think it's a cool idea. But because of that, I don't know whether it's kind of...
I still think it should be higher up, because it is one of those things that without it in universe... I mean, some people... I mean, like Devon is saying that it's a support vehicle, it's rare and it sure as hell can't save itself, so it should be on the party bus. But now I was thinking it's fed on scrap. Fongstone says, the idea is neat but never used. Sorry, but this is bottom tier. Yeah, whereas Naman is saying Taurian for the support vehicles. But I mean, I kind of like that. Erwin's saying fed some scrap. Wow, okay.
See, I think I've made a good argument. That it's a cool idea that was ignored, and therefore it's kind of... That's all it is, a cool idea that was ignored.
Wow.
So I wouldn't put it higher than Party Bus.
You wouldn't put...
I wouldn't put it higher than that.
BFG's going with the man on this side. This is a split opinion. I'm going to put it in the middle then. I think that's going to be the best kind of ground we're going to get here.
And the write-up behind it's great, but I've never ever heard it ever get mentioned, sadly.
Okay. Well, next up we've got the Condor. Right, there we go. There's the Condor Heavy Hover Tank. Obviously a 50-tonner.
Yeah.
equipped with a pair of mediums in the turret and an AC-5. And hover vehicles. They're cheap, relatively thin-skinned for the most part, and they get downed. I mean, Coles says logistics is not a cool idea. They win wars, which is true. As the chat turns into the 5th succession war because of a fluid truck. Well, here's the thing. Like, I completely get it. It's like, you know, if you're a soldier in real life, you know that logistics is what kept you fucking alive, and things like the coolant truck are exactly that.
Look, don't start bringing real life into a universe with giant robot-piloted mech things that make no sense.
No, but I mean, the idea is still applicable. That, you know, all of these armies march on their stomachs. I was just going off the fact that sadly it's an idea that was immediately forgotten. I mean, I'm looking at a lot of them from an in-universe perspective rather than just the raw stats, because I mean, like, by definition, hover tank not good because it not alpha strike and kill thing one shot. You know, you know. I mean, if you do it that way.
Yeah, but look at its speed. It's fast.
Me no need speed. Me need alpha strike, bro. Me need alpha strike button.
The battlefield.
Me need hit mech and do 50 damage in each turn. Alpha strike. You know, that's what some people only look at, like, oh, I can't kill anything in one shot. What's the point? Because you know there are those people out there.
Well, they would also. They would also.
It's a bit of a tangent.
That truck was worthless.
There was a recent comment from someone who said that on the previous one that the Wasp and Stinger, oh well, they can die to a large laser, but they're S tier. It's like, well, yeah, because they're the fuckers that go out and find the enemy for the big guys to go kill. So why aren't they higher up? Why can't they be higher up? So, and his response after that was like, yeah, but I thought it would have been like, you know, the Locust is better, a 1VB for the win. It's like the Royal Locust. You mean the thing that doesn't run around on the battlefields as 3025 because it's so fucking rare?
Yeah.
You know, it's that kind of thing. Yes, okay, the Locust 1VB can potentially alpha strike a fucking light mech and kill it in one shot, but there's not many 1VB Locusts charging around in the battlefields at that point.
Yeah, and we're just going off the standard variant that's in the book. We weren't going off.
Also, reiteration, just for fun, doesn't invalidate any opinion for anyone watching on YouTube after the fact. Anyway, I don't dislike the Condor. I don't really have many options where it's like, oh, I'll throw in a Condor. You know, they're kind of there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
a decent vehicle, but nothing special. It doesn't jump out at you, but it does its job.
It's okay. I mean, it's not even as visually striking as some of the others.
Yeah, that's true. But it's probably one of the more realistic looking ones.
Yeah,
some
maybe.
Some of them look a little wacky, but yeah. Like I said, it does its job.
So, yeah, if the universe is only about the mech shooting, it makes it a poorer place. Yeah. But I don't. The Condor, I don't dislike. I think we're going over. I don't even know if it's party bus, to be honest. I'm tempted to go federated scrap.
Okay.
Personally.
Okay.
Like it's not jumping out at me.
Okay.
Now we've got one that it's definitely going to be a bit of a
top dog.
I think this is going to be a favourite for a lot of people personally because we're looking at a big boy here. I'm sure it's going to scroll along here.
Devastator.
The Demolisher.
Oh, Demolisher. Sorry, what am I saying?
We've got probably one of the most recognisable tanks in BattleTech.
I would say so. Yeah.
Twin AC-20s, no fuss, no muss. A little bit quicker than our friend the Behemoth, but definitely more famous.
Yes.
Now, I think this one is going to split opinion. I would immediately put this Marek Marvelous, despite the fact, but I do think it is higher up because it is an out-and-out mech killer. What's this, Dave? Is this a good time for me to profess my usual opinion of loving the role-specific and everyman type designs? No, I agree with you. I do like frontline, all-rounder type things.
Okay, so here's why this is a high-tier vehicle.
Yeah, go on.
Because back in the day... If you put the party up and they see that they're going up against vehicles...
They laugh.
They think, this is going to be an easy run.
They die exit and step in on shit, yeah.
And then suddenly they see one of these.
Yeah.
And suddenly there's a cold sweat that runs through them.
It does, yeah.
As they look at their little mech and think, oh my god, I could lose it so easily.
Well, yeah, because you've still got 14 rounds of fire in each gun as well. I mean, it isn't going anywhere anytime soon. It's got pretty decent armor as well. 40 points on the front, 30 on the sides.
And it's a lot of fun, especially when they've been told they have to, clear the battlefield, and then they see this thing. Yeah, they can stay back, but the amount of people that, as you've said yourself, go for that big weapon equals good, and now most of their weapons are brutal close combat. You're going to run in and
As
kick
Yabba
this.
says, whoops, there goes my left leg and my right leg. Yeah.
You're not going to run in and kick this bad boy.
Yeah, I do agree with some of it here. Marit Marvelous, as Naman says, second tier, it's dangerous, but if you keep your distance, it becomes less effective.
I think there's a fear factor to this.
There is, yeah. I mean, it has a rep. I think even in Universe, there would be a rep with this thing. Anyone who encounters it is going to be like, oh, shit. It's like, you got to suddenly be careful about what it is you're coming up against here. Now, next one, I don't think there's much else to really talk about that one. It's pretty straightforward. We all love the Demolisher.
Yes, Demolisher is one of those original.
We are looking for the Drillson, page 50, apparently. I don't believe this for a second. There we go. Now, the Drillson, it's another heavy hover tank, 50 tons.
Yeah.
This one is a little bit more spread around. It's all missile based. We've got a large laser with 2 SRM2s and LRM-10. So a majority of its weaponry is ammo based, but that's not a bad thing. You've got plenty of ammo in most tabletop scenarios anyway. Like 50 rounds of fire for the SRMs, 12 rounds of fire for the LRM, and then you still got large laser. I like this more than the Condor.
Yes.
To be honest, it doesn't look any better. Frankly, a lot of the hover tanks look.
Yeah, this is really boxy. However,
if Ogg says, bro, that's because people are stupid. Yeah.
Yes, people are stupid. Yeah. Yeah,
I agree, Vog. Yeah. The Demolisher, it's a blocking force. Yeah, you don't want to go over there because Demolisher. Yeah.
Yeah, and therefore it just the fear of it, I think, carries it more than its actual abilities.
Yeah.
This, however, can move around quite freely. Get itself in position.
9 and 14, that's pretty good.
Yeah, and then use that large laser and that LRM-10. The SRM-2s and the machine guns are just there as backups. It's the large laser and the LRM. And this thing can maneuver, position, fire.
It's virtually it's a hover Griffin with a little bit of extra weaponry. Mm-hmm. And we both really liked the Griffin in the last one.
Yeah.
I mean, we were close to putting the Griffin at top tier.
So this is actually pretty good. Also, its armor isn't bad.
I'm thinking this is another Marit Marvelous. I think.
I
think this is up there. We've not got a Taurian armored deity. There may only be one. We don't know yet.
Yeah. So it is actually a pretty good vehicle, and if you use it, you'll find that its ability to get itself into a good spot to fire, especially later on when you're getting behind the units.
Yeah,
and then you're harassing them in play. Yeah, it's a pretty nice vehicle. Actually.
Where the feck is it?
Where's what? Sorry,
engineering vehicle. This is the other TRO 3025 because the only one that still has the fucking pictures of the vehicles in. I don't think the engineering vehicle's listed on here, unfortunately. No, it's not. No. All right. Well, we know what the engineering vehicle was built for. It picks up dead vehicles and dead mechs off the field. It's your salvager, obviously.
Yeah.
Builds fortifications. It's another non-combat.
Yeah.
I'm not. By the way, chat, don't freak out. I'm not saying that is. I'm not saying that it is Canopian. I'm just putting it there for now. Yes, Yobbo, you've got your lance of engineering vehicles and you're showing off. Yeah. So it's just it's like good and objective piece. Yeah, recovery vehicles god tier. It's essential. Marek Marvelous says Falkenstein.
Now this is something that has been mentioned. This isn't something that's been forgotten. Like unfortunately the coolant truck. And yeah, having these in your unit is obviously going to be great because if you are looking to get yourself some recovered mechs.
I mean, every Merc unit is bringing a couple of engineering vehicles with them.
Yeah,
It's necessary.
Yeah, sure,
You know, you got to have it. Yeah, God tier. Without you get no salvage.
And if you're pirates, it's an absolute. I mean, what's the point otherwise? So yeah, it kind of is God tier.
It kind of
isn't it?
yeah. It's without it, you don't get your snacky shit after the battle's over.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it is important.
It's
that.
about as essential as the mech that you use to bring the opponent down, because without that, you don't get that equipment off the field.
My cup is empty, bro. I need a new drink.
Well, my hand is empty.
What?
It may need to slap a new face.
Oh, wait a minute. Which hand is it, and on what count?
Okay, well, I'm going to go with right hand,
Yeah.
count 1.
What? Oh, shit.
Okay, so my first one is for aim.
What? Power slap challenges ruined my life.
Okay, so there we go.
Blanket logistics vote for God tier. Ah, right. Okay, so God tier for all logistics is BFG's point of view on this, and I still think that coolant truck should go up there, but what's this? Of course, having done maintenance and upkeep on armoured vehicles, having equipment to aid turnover makes things so easy. Yeah.
Yeah.
The man says, "Brew bitch, do your duties."
I'm
yeah.
not
Yeah.
the brew
Ow!
bitch.
Ow! He's hitting me. Domestic abuse in the CR household. Indeed, it is. Right, so we're up to the ferret. Now this is a scout heli. So virtually non-combat, if I remember correctly. It is in 3025. Yeah, there it is. Little ferret. Light scout VTOL. Yeah, it just has its MG.
Yeah.
This is one of those. It's obviously it's not logistics, but it is incredibly important because without vehicles like this, you don't have any idea. You don't have any information coming in. You don't know where the enemy are. You know, it's keeping people alive.
Yeah.
It's stopping people from being ambushed. It's keeping track of invasion forces, or it's obviously scouting ahead to allow invaders and raiders to know exactly what's going to be opposing them. I think minimum this kind of thing is marvelous, because without these insane bastards risking life and limb in like a 5-ton heli that it's got good cruise and flank obviously, but
Yeah,
if it gets hit by anything, it's dead. It's got 2 and 1 armor.
Yeah.
And it transports infantry, as Devin said, because it's got an infantry squad as part of its weapons, I guess. Yeah.
I think these are cool. I've used these quite a lot.
Yeah, these are nice. I like them.
These are great little spotters for early on, for LRMs, where you're sort of like, well, no one can see anything yet. And then I can say, well, my little spotter can. So I'm going to take that chance of an 11 or a 12 and put some fire down.
Someone says it's end of Marit Marvelous or top end of Canopian, right? Valk, what's this? Vehicles like this make campaigns more than dice rolling. They add flavour and choice and agency to games. They are vital.
Yeah, I've used this one quite often. This is a cool little vehicle.
Yeah, I do like it.
Yeah.
I
think Marit Marvelous.
But I'd say bottom end the Marit Marvel. So obviously, as we fill this out, this will get moved back.
That's where I definitely think that deserves to be.
So I think we're good on that one. Now we've got this one is another classic. I believe it's in. Oh no, it might not be in this one. Oh no, it won't be because it's an unseen, unfortunately. Yeah, we've got the Galleon. Obviously,
the Galleon Light.
One
medium laser, 2 small lasers.
Yeah, very fast, very anime. It's obviously has its roots in the Crushers, as it was originally seen. I've always Crusher Joe was I think it was known outside of Japan, but I think it was just called the Crushers. It's also where the Locust, for anyone who doesn't know, the Locust comes from the Crushers as well, as far as its anime background goes.
Yeah.
So technically, the Galleon and the Locust aren't really unseen because the company that made the Crushers didn't actually have a problem with the designs being used in BattleTech.
And a certain company had no rights to stop them from being used.
Yeah, Harmony Gold had no rights with that one, just the same as any of the Fang of the Sun Dugram mechs. But the Galleon, I really like it visually.
Yes, it looks cool. Sorry,
right,
and I've used it.
We'll get the Sana. We'll get the Sana.
And I've used this one a hell of a lot as well. It's a really good little. It can be a good little harasser at close range. Good.
Obviously, that's the modern look of the galleon.
Oh my goodness, that looks a little bit beefy.
It got beefy, didn't it? It got thick.
Yeah.
Hey, the gun is fucking huge on the top on the new version.
I know, that makes me think it's got a AC-10 or something. That's cool.
Obviously, this is...
There's the absolute original.
There's the original art of it, yeah.
Cool little vehicle.
Yeah, I prefer this.
It's a cool little harasser tank in cities, or slightly more built
Yeah,
up.
it's a good city fighter because it's got speed. It can, if necessary, get out of a bad situation in an urban setting, but it's also just as good at out in the field. Being tracked as well, it doesn't suffer any issues like obviously hover vehicles do if they take a hit.
Yeah.
You can as a BFG consider it a bit of an IFV, so somewhere in the middle. It's more. It is a bit more like an APC, like an upgunned APC essentially. I've always liked it though. It looks cool.
Yeah, it's got no ammo restrictions, so it can just dart in, fire, get out.
Yeah, 30 tons.
Yeah.
Not the worst. I mean, even on here, its mission is support. You know, it's not. It's not
6 and 9,
frontline.
if I remember correctly. So it can.
Yes, Yobbo said earlier 6-9. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So yeah, I think this is middle of the road, because some people would say its weapons are awful. As you said earlier, it can't kill things quick. But
Alpha Strike dead. No,
but it can tear a little armor off. It can harass the back of a mech. It can be that little buzzing thing that distracts you from the more dangerous.
The fly that annoys me.
That's a mean look.
You
do, isn't it?
That is more intimidating. I'll give it that, because that thing looks like it could kill a bitch. But yeah, it's cool. But I agree. I think we're in the Canopian territory. It's obviously it's higher up than the coolant truck. I think.
Yes.
Not better than the Bulldog.
No.
Not better than the Behemoth. No. It's around about there.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Next up, we've got the Goblin. It's a little Goblin tank.
Goblin.
The Goblin medium tank. We love the Goblins. That's the Goblin medium tank. Obviously, I used a bunch of Goblins on Table Tech recently. I like these vehicles. 45 ton, 4 and 6, so pretty standard movement range. They have some interesting variants. Standard one is a large laser with a machine gun and capable of carrying an infantry squad, so it's a bit of an all-rounder.
Yeah.
Personally, I think for 45 ton, it does a good job.
Yeah, I always love the fact that in the art it looks like it's got an LRM of some kind on it, which is always funny.
Yeah.
Or 2 SRM4s.
I think in the write-up, the suggestion is that the way the large laser works is it fires out of rapidly out of each of these tubes. So it just goes like that, and it kind of rapidly fires.
Interesting.
And that's supposed to be the reason it has this bizarre kind of turret setup. Obviously, I think this will have been altered by now. As far as art and stuff is concerned, it's probably been updated. But yeah, I think that's what the original idea was supposed to be anyway. The weird little machine gun on the side there. Yeah, I don't dislike it. I mean, what was chat saying here? Chat saying. Coulson saying that you got Living Legends gave him a soft spot for the Goblin, the standard respawn vehicle. Yeah. Yeah,
the Goblin's a good little vehicle, isn't it?
I like it.
I think its only downside is it's a little slow, and so it'll take hits.
It's got the armor though.
It's got the armor to take the hits.
30 on the front.
The large laser means it's good at most ranges.
Yeah. I mean, as Devin said, it's a GM's best friend, jack of all trades, master of none type thing.
Yeah, really good. So I would put it mid, because it is a mid tank.
I'd say
it's a decent mid.
We're better than the Goblin. Sorry, better than the Galleon on this one.
Yes,
I think.
I think so. Yeah, it's there with its little friend there.
It's there with the Bulldog.
Yeah,
Goblins and Bulldogs. I think they're a good combo.
And they're a good combo. Yeah, definitely.
Pair of large laser toting mechs. Yeah. So, vehicles.
And remember, everyone, this is just fun.
This is fun.
And if your opinion is that the Goblin's a big pile of donkey poo, then that's your opinion, and you go shove it. because we think it's quite good.
You stick it up your arse, yeah? No.
No, your opinion's your own. And
Your opinions are up your arse. Right, we got the Guardian fighter next. Now this is our first like actual sort of aero tech.
You know what? I'll have to admit something here. I like this one because of the way it looks. This feels like a futuristic idea that someone drew in the 1970s as a future version of a British
Technology
Harrier.
of the future.
You know what I mean? This is that idea of the future of Harriers.
Warfare changed forever.
And so I have a soft spot for this one. And it doesn't make it good in any way, or bad in any way, as far as I'm concerned, but I do like it.
It's not bad. It's 20 ton, so it's incredibly light. Mm-hmm. It's 3 on armor across the board, except for the wings, which have 2, and then it has just an SRM6. It's a ground strafing vehicle.
Yeah.
It's very workable, I think.
Yeah, it's not bad. Obviously, it needs to move quickly, which means its chance of actually scoring hits are not great because of its movement. But it's great at harassing.
Obviously, as the writer for this says, it's mainly like a Capellan Confederation unit, so you'd see this a lot being used by militias and that for defense purposes.
Yeah, and I think it kind of fits that idea of a cheap,
mass-produced, but capable of in the right hands, I think.
Yeah.
Used tactically, it can cause a lot of damage. I mean, like a squadron of these strafing with SRM6 is pretty decent damage.
Yeah, so if, say, 3 of these suddenly fly over and start harassing early on, and then they pull out, giving the details to the guys that are moving in the tanks or the small number of mechs. Okay, this is what this is what we've seen. This is what's moving in.
What's your opinion of BattleTech using 100 to 90 missiles per ton for SRMs instead of the 120 as with the LRM? I don't think it makes a huge amount of difference as far as the tabletop stuff is concerned.
I think the idea has always been that the SRMs are a bit larger and heavier.
Yeah,
therefore don't have the range because they're carrying a larger warhead. So I guess that's the
shit,
idea.
But good in numbers. The standard Capellan headstone carving.
in a way, yeah. And like I said, I'm not going to lie. I do like it because of its looks. It reminds me of stuff, that idea of sort of near future 70s. So yeah,
I think it's about there though. It's top of the Fed Sun scrap.
Yeah,
I think at the moment
because it's not actually great at its job in the sense of it. If it's keeping up its speed, it can't really do much. The helicopter that we saw earlier is going to be a better spotter, but I do like it.
Yeah, it looks cool. There's no denying it. It does look cool. Next up, we've got another, probably one of the more famous ones, the Harasser.
Oh, well, yeah, this is actually a pretty good.
The Harasser missile platform. We've got one of the colour art pieces for this one. 25-tonner, armed with a pair of SRM6s, so it's high speed with good impact at short range, but obviously risks everything to get that one shot, because it's got 7 armour on the front, 6 on the side, so a couple of mediums, and it's pretty much done for.
Yeah, it does rely on its speed, and it's got a reasonable amount. But those 2 SRM6s, if a little bit of damage has been done already, those SRM6s will start to open up a few pieces of armour. And its speed is still pretty good, 15 flank.
Yeah.
Looks pretty cool, does its job pretty well. I think this is a good harasser, like a really good one, because it actually has a little bit of impact.
Well, I mean, that is its name.
Decent speed, yeah.
It is the harasser.
And that's what it's really good at. And this is one of those that has been used a lot on our...
It's another one of those GM's like go-to enemy vehicles, because if you are good, if you have that role against the players where you suddenly make it seem a bit deadly, because oh shit, that got behind me, oh that hit me with a bunch of missiles. I'm worried about that now.
Yeah.
Because it is easy to look at it and just go, yeah, we'll fucking kill this. Or like a squadron of these pretty fast, and then all of a sudden, they're zooming up to you at max speed. 15 on a straight line, that's a hard to hit roll.
Yeah.
Against it. Obviously, it affects the pilots, or the crews can have a tough time hitting as well at times, but still,
Yeah, their hope would be positioning well on the chance of a decent hit. So I would say this is Canopian.
You think Canopian? I was thinking either like ass end of Marek or top of Canopian Partybus. I
think all right, top of Canopian Partybus then.
I think it could very easily slip.
Definitely Partybus, I think.
If it's not here, it's there.
If it had a little more armor, somehow, for argument's sake, then I would have put it higher. But yeah, when it does take that unfortunate hit, there is a good chance of it.
Obviously,
really nice.
We've got some of these other ones coming up later on, but next one we've got. Where is it? Where's the Hetzer? Because that's our next one. I thought it was actually a bit closer. Well, there it is. Wheeled assault gun 42. Now we've got a tank that's obviously based on one of my favourite quirky like German tanks from the Second World War. The Hetzer is an unusual little spud, and I love the fact that they just made a wheeled version for the future. And like the Demolisher, it carries an AC-20 for 40 tons. It makes it incredibly scary, but it's also super slow. 4 and 6.
This looks like it was built to trundle along in North Africa, doesn't it?
Yeah, this is a deadly fucking urban fighter.
Yeah, but that's what it's really built for.
Cul's just realised that Taurian armoured deity is an acronym of TAD, which relates to our baritone of "fuck off, TAD." Now this one's gonna divide opinions because obviously like Erwin's already said it's trash, Devin said it's top tier, so I think we're gonna be stuck with this one. Now I think they've updated their Hetzer's look since, haven't they?
Okay.
Yeah. I don't like this redesign personally. It now looks like a buggy. It's like a fucking 4x4 or something. It's not. I liked the original sort of long.
You liked that kind of early war design.
It looks like it is literally the World War II tank just on wheels instead.
Yeah.
It's got a higher ground clearance than the original. That looks better than I think that. This looks admittedly more sci-fi.
Yes, that definitely looks more science fiction.
Yeah,
I kind of like
it. But if the gun is that big, like, and the shell is firing out of this, where does all this ammo go? Because the fucking shells must be gigantic.
I know, yeah.
Well, for what it is, I mean, at least that one, the barrel's a lot stubbier.
Yeah.
What? It's still 14 rounds of fire. So you've still got four extra shots of the. So you still got some pretty big shells you got to be lugging around inside that thing. So granted, it's not got a lot of fire, but it can take hits.
Yeah, which you would have to because unfortunately it's not very fast.
Falcon says, "Sorry, it's trash me since you like the 75mm Jagdpanzer on the 30." Oh yeah, the Jagdpanzer. And this is a travesty to its ancestry. It's not versatile enough, so it's top Canopian, says BFG. Naman says he prefers the Hetzer to the Demolisher, cheap and can't be ignored. It does share that kind of area with the Demolisher.
Yeah, but the Demolisher has like an extra something to it.
Yeah, it's called an extra barrel with an AC-20.
yeah, but it's got like that kind of fear factor. I just don't think this has that.
I don't. I'm tempted to put it there.
You're just going to put it there despite everyone agreeing it's just not that.
Not everyone agrees. Though I think it's fucking deadly. In an urban setting, you put that in, regardless, people are going to laugh at it at first, but the thing can stand a few hits and it can throw shells back. Personally, if we ever did a scenario where we had a bunch of Hetzers fighting a bunch of like the hover vehicles, the Hetzers are going to win, in my opinion.
Okay.
I don't know how you do neutral steer for them to rotate on the spot with wheels, but we'll figure that out. But I personally, I think it's there. I think it goes in that one.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Right.
You're in charge.
We've got the High Scout drone carrier next. Now this is obviously another non-combat vehicle, so this is another one that's gonna, I think, is gonna divide some opinions. We're gonna just scroll up. Oh, actually, that's the armored personnel carrier. I saw carrier for a second. The High Scout. Where is it on here? There it is. 60. No, not 6. Not 6. Divvy! Right, so we've got, obviously, the High Scouts with their little drones that they deploy. There's the actual carrier itself.
Yeah.
And there's its two little... The Path Track and the Nap Find. As their two little rover... Right, basically, it's Roller, isn't it? It's Roller! With its little beepy noises.
That definitely aren't a rip-off of R2.
Not R2-D2 at all, no.
Can't be
but,
questioned.
I think it's higher up again. It's a cool piece of tech.
Yeah. This was them trying to sort of imagine that future warfare.
Yeah, it has very limited, obviously, combat ability, but it does carry SRM-2, which is deadly against infantry, who do decide to get close, and other smaller vehicles. I thought the packs of drones are really cheap and make for good tank markers. Well, what's it? Right, so we're still the debate about the Hetzer is still going on in chat, so we'll walk away from that one. You can buy 3 Hetzers for 1 Demolisher cash-wise, as Cole says. Yeah, so for every Demolisher, you can have 3 Hetzers. And that's, 3 AC-20s compared to 2.
Right, we're suddenly bringing the value in.
Cost is coming in, yeah. That is one of the things that always annoyed me about the TROs, is they never had a cost.
Yeah.
That would have been nice to have just had a kind of rough idea of how much these vehicles were costing. I know later books did it, but you just had to go out and find more of the... You had to buy more fucking dead tree.
This is an okay idea. I don't know how many people have ever bothered using it. It is a realistically sort of futuristic idea for the time. I think most people are still going to... If we're talking cash, are you going to buy one of these? Or
a shitload of ferrets.
Yeah.
Scout helis and stuff. Yeah, this is one of those cool high-tech things. High-tech for the time.
High-tech for the time.
For the writing. The idea of having these little drones that can go around and sort of digitally like map an area, and then you get like a 3-dimensional model created of the terrain and that. Sweet idea and everything, but yeah, I don't know. It's not logistics, so it's not saving lives. It's more of a kind of it's like kind of a forward scout in a way, isn't it?
Yeah.
But we're probably looking at, if it's not Ilkhan crap, it's bottom of Federated Sun scrap, isn't it?
So, when you've got other vehicles that can do the same job and also fight...
Yeah, it's another one of those things where outside of being able to go like, oh, the objective is to capture the drone carrier because it's got important information, it's got 0 use on the table, really, hasn't it? And from an in-universe thing, it's cool, but as it says in its own write-up, it's basically dropped on a planet to scout the area automatically.
Yeah.
And that's it. So, unfortunately, yeah, it's not got much going for it there. Next up, we've got APCs. Now, I've just put hover APC here, because obviously there's 3 different types. Obviously, you've got your wheeled, you've got your tracked, and you've got your... Oh, that's it. Sorry, hover, wheeled, and tracked version, and your Petrie Trotsky assortment. Yeah. Just go through. We'll find it eventually. Or should I just go to the top at this point? It's getting sad. It's getting really sad.
It's getting very sad.
It's getting sad. It's getting worse.
You're just going.
Oh, here we go. No, armored personnel carrier. So obviously we have a couple of images. They have the wheeled and they have the hover. Right. So that's the one that the image is for, but we're not necessarily just looking at.
Okay.
The hover APC. Because as far as I remember, the equipment is largely the same across the board. It's all a machine gun as their main weapon, or twin machine guns for the wheeled version. Now, obviously, in HBS Battletech, APCs could be fucking deadly, because some of them things can carry like multiple lasers and missile systems and stuff. And multiple times in past streams, I've seen APCs drop mechs like they're not even they were just like a mild annoyance. But yeah. APCs, I mean, they're important in the sense, obviously, they get infantry to the field. They keep them protected for a little bit. I mean, they can take a couple of hits before their armor's peeled off.
These are all vehicles I've used pretty often. They're reasonably cheap. And they do their job. They get the personnel out there.
They got the job done. Yeah.
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 I like the idea that you've got
6 and 9.
3 variants. And
obviously, the difference with the hover one is it's faster, but it's not as well armored.
Yeah.
So there's definitely like bonuses and negatives to each type. I like that. They put the effort in with this one.
Yeah.
And they all do look unique, which is kind of cool. I mean,
I think they're pretty useful.
Some chat here are going that it's like Marek Marvelous.
Yeah, I think these are actually pretty good.
So we're putting all APCs in Marek Marvelous, not just the hover one, obviously. But
Yeah.
I didn't want to have 2 extra images to stick on there.
That just confuses.
Probably more important than a Hetzer, I'd say.
Yes.
I mean, as far as the combat is concerned, probably more than the Ferret.
Yes.
So probably mid of Marek Marvelous, I think.
Yes, I think so.
I'm
pretty good.
We'll go with that. Yeah, we'll go with that one. We'll go with that. Oh, that one's nice. We'll go with that one. The Hunter.
The Hunter.
David Dickinson.
David Dickinson.
He's arrived on the battlefield. He's looking for a bargain.
Battlefield universe.
The Hunter light support tank. Visually, one I really like. I think this tank looks fucking cool. It's 35 tonner, and it's packing. LRM 20.
Yeah.
With a single flamer for personnel defense. I love this thing. I do love dedicated role vehicles like this.
Mm-hmm.
It's not trying to be jack of all trades. It's got one job, and I think it does it really fucking well. 12 rounds of fire.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of missiles it can chuck. And for 35 ton, I think this thing is good, because if we look at it from cost, it's probably not very expensive to produce a lot of these. They can burn down targets at range very quickly, and they're just a solid, dependable unit.
Now, would you say this was better than the LRM carrier?
Yes.
I would as well, yeah.
The LRM carrier, obviously the LRM carrier and the SRM carrier are kind of, nowadays would be meme material, because they are a thing that just whaps missiles, but the first time they take a hit, they also explode.
Yeah.
Whereas at least the Hunter, I mean, it's got 32 armor on the
Yeah.
front, 24 on the sides, and, alright, 0 on the turret, but I don't think it actually has a turret. I think the missile launcher's inset. But it's good. I think it's solid. I mean, Devin's saying it's party bus. A bit thin on ammo. No, but Falkenstein, 12 rounds on the table. Think about that. That's 12 rounds of play on BattleTech. That's a long time.
Yeah.
Most sessions don't go 12 rounds, because by then most things are dead.
Yeah, I think this is. I agree.
You're shouting party bus a lot. I don't know. I'm going to override. I'm thinking this is Marek Marvelous territory, because if I've got 4 of these things,
yeah,
someone else is running a lance that's giving me target data, or I've just got line of sight, I'm rolling. I know I'm going to fuck you up. Other people say upper end of the party bus, good militia unit, upper end of the party bus. I'm getting harassed on this one.
I think party bus as well.
What?
Yeah, I think this is a high party bus.
And this is high party bus.
Yeah.
Good God. It's
hardly an all-rounder, is it?
I was hovering at Tad for a brief time, but I've not. Yeah, I fucking love this thing.
You've lost your senses?
No,
I've not.
I've not taken leave of my senses.
I've taken leave of your senses.
You see that Irwin and see they're saying Marek Marvelous. It's fucking hell. This is brutal. This one. I mean, would it appease people if I put it at the end of Marek Marvelous? Would that work?
I'm okay with that.
AETG. The Hunter's a top tier vehicle, sword specialist that survives a stiff breeze. I know some people are going to be bouncing off the wall here, but I personally think it's in that territory. I still think it's deadly.
Okay.
All right, now we've got one that definitely is in the meme material.
Oh god.
We've got the J. Edgar hover tank. What's not to love about the little J. Edgar? I mean,
J. Edgars are great.
It's a fantastic pun as far as its name goes, and it's a medium laser with 2 SRM2s. So it's not bad. I've always liked it. Visually, it's great.
Yeah. I think this is actually pretty good.
I don't know if this is like Marek Marvelous or whatever, but because it's not reinventing anything really.
No, it's not reinventing the wheel, but medium laser, 2 SRM2s. It's another good harassing vehicle. It's also a pretty good scout. It moves fast.
11 and 17.
Yeah.
What's this? Is there a Davian bit? Well, there's Federated Sun scrap, yeah. And that's lower down. See, Devin's jumping in saying it's Marek Marvelous because of its excellent speed and solid armour. I mean, for its weight, 25, it does have pretty good armour. 30 on the front there, 19 on the sides. So for 25 ton, it's pretty good.
Yeah. Considering this is light, relatively cheap, nice and fast.
Oh, where would you put this one then if you were picking it? The J Edgar. Hey, Stricken.
It's either going to be a top Canopian or a bottom Marek Marvelous for me.
It's a goddamn bottom feeder. So you're thinking it's like top tier Canopian or bottom what?
It could be a Marek Marvelous, but I'm more Canopian, I think.
So you're more top of the. It's at the head of the party bus.
It's next to the. Where's the Harasser?
It's right there.
Okay, I think I'd put it just behind the Harasser. Yeah.
Okay, so so you're going with this kind of list. Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
That's where Erwin's saying bottom of the bus or top of the scrap pile. Oof. The Harasser is better, true.
The Harasser is better.
Just to reiterate, it's for fun. Doesn't invalidate your opinions for anyone watching on YouTube after the fact.
If someone wants to tell me you could buy 3 of them for 1 Harasser, that's fine.
Right, we've got another one here that is, it's important. It's our old friend. It's the J27 Ordnance Transport.
Oh, right.
We've got our ammo truck, our ammo trolley, basically. So non-combat, but I mean, a lot of mechs and vehicles wouldn't be doing much without the J27. But is it Tad? Or is it Marek Marvelous? There's already I'm already seeing a god tier. I've seen an MM here, Marek Marvelous.
It is probably going to be quite high because once again it's one of those ones you are going to.
I mean, it would sit there for now.
Because as I said, I think the fuel and truck.
Because the engineering vehicle gets you your scrap that you need after the fight. That's going to get you.
The fuelant truck was coolant truck. Sorry,
no, it's the fuelant truck from now.
Coolant truck is a great idea, but you don't actually need it. You have heat sinks. You will cool yourself down. However, reloads.
Yeah,
pulling scrap or even your own lost arm off the battlefield.
Your demolishers ain't doing nothing without a J27 to bring it to ammo.
So this I think is probably.
It's got to be god tier. It's Tad. It's Taurian armoured deity.
Yeah, this really is.
I think that's where we're sat with that one.
Yeah.
Well, since you pet the engineer in Taurian, the supply truck has to go there too.
Yeah, I'm not.
Someone sneezes in zero direction and it goes boom, but it's an uber important vehicle. Yeah, nothing goes pew pew or bang bang without it. Yeah,
exactly.
I think we can all agree with this one. We all agree with this one. Okay, right. Our next one, it's a biggie. I don't know if we're gonna pass this on the scroll up. Probably not. I think it's a bit heavier than that. It's the Karnov, the UR transport.
Yeah.
Now this is oh god, it's down here. For some reason, the sea skimmer in this print is there. So, we're talking about another non-combat vehicle, but obviously it's one of those logistics heavy VTOL transports. It gets shit from A to B.
Yeah.
30 tons, 11 and 17 cruise. It has its cargo bay there. So it's an important transport for that reason. We also have notable vehicle crews Manfred von Kolowski, a Marek Karnov pilot assigned to a garrison unit. Every day, his red-painted Karnov carries equipment and machinery up to the construction site of the new mech factories. Manfred is viewed as an oddity, not only because of the paint scheme of his helicopter, but also because he likes to wear a leather flying helmet, a jacket, and a long white scarf while piloting his Karnov. His eccentricities have ensured that no rear seat pilot will fly with him any longer than he must. If it's unarmed, why does it have guns in the port nose? Nah, they're probably like sensors or some shit. Probably. We could probably say it's part of its sensor package. I mean, it does have a communication system, so you could say maybe it's part of that. Who knows? It does look like an SRM2 slot though. But it's definitely higher up because again, it's in that logistics side of things. If stuff, and as it says there, I mean, it brings bits to mech factories, so your battle mechs get built.
Well, you could have trucks bringing stuff to a mech factory. That doesn't.
Not as quick as this thing brings them. That thing carries the head of an Atlas to the factory, and it gently. No, wait. The body of the Atlas rolls out from the mech factory, and then the Karnov flies over. It's got the head, and it just lowers it down, and it just plugs in and then the eyes light up, and then the Atlas is ready for battle. That's probably how it works, right?
It's not a transformer.
I didn't say it was a transformer.
What eyes lit up as soon as the head's attached?
Yeah, well, that's just how it works, right? I mean, all the eyes light up on mechs, yeah?
God.
What? Are you telling me that the Shadowhawks with their little square, like, TV faces don't, like, bright light, like a fucking torch everywhere? They go... You tell me that's not how it works?
Exactly
what the fuck is that stuck on the side of your head? What is this?
How it works.
What the fuck is this?
It's a tiny piece of fluff of some kind.
You disgusting bastard! You come to this stream with fluff on the side of your head. Right. Left hand on 2. Alright? So for a measure. 1, 2. Well, that'll be a lesson to you.
I'm sure that was an illegal move.
Illegal? I did not.
Move the chair.
I had to move the chair. I can't reach like that.
Yeah, that's what you should have done.
All right then.
No, you don't get an extra.
I do. I get an extra
because you've just done an illegal move.
I get an extra slap.
No.
All right. So we're hearing what's this? No rocket. Shadowhawks have chest-mounted headlights like the Griffin. Now, Yobbo, don't be stupid. There's the eye lights up, doesn't it, in the face bit? The pilot is like backlit.
Eye lights up. Just listen to what you're saying.
The pilot's backlit.
The eye lights up.
Massive like fucking shadow projects for the pilot. Inside, so you see him like giant shadow.
Yeah, light so bright, everything's just washed out, and he can't actually see any real details.
So you're shitting on the Karnov then?
I'm not shitting on it. I'm just not pretending it's better than it actually is.
All right. Well, where is it actually then?
It's kind of with the fuel truck, the coolant truck. Damn it.
the fuelant.
Oh, God damn
So
you!
you're saying that it's in the Canopian party bus? You're saying it's at the back end?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, you heard it here first, chat. Yeah, brew. Yeah, that's what we do. You getting up?
No, I'm not getting up to make you a brew.
For fuck's sake! I made you a brew.
I got up for this crap. I could have had a lie-in.
Well, I told you it was exciting. You said you wanted to be part of it.
I thought it was going to be something cool and unique, and it just turned out to be this.
Wow. Okay. Well, we've got another one that's definitely a favourite of some, and probably an enemy of others. We've got
My jumper on.
enemy jumper.
I'm cold.
We have the Lerm carriers. Obviously, these things are quite deadly in the right position.
They're a one-pump chump.
But they do all die very quickly. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they actually have. I mean, they have a decent amount of ammo. It was like, I mean, that's 24. That's fucking spread between 3 launchers. That's a pretty scary amount of ammo, to be honest, for an LRM carrier.
I think
they're cool. Like they look cool, and they're super deadly if they do get the shot off. But they die very quickly. 12 armor on them across the board, regardless of what variant we're talking about.
Yeah. I mean, for the short time they exist when they haven't been vaporized.
Owen said after a decision like that, the bro should be made to get a brew. That was with the Karma. That was your decision. You did that.
Poke me in the nose.
I did not poke you in the nose.
Just poke me in the nose.
I did not.
I'm gonna poke your nose now. There you go. There's your nose.
You didn't poke my nose, you squished it.
Yes. The flat of my hand.
Well, I mean, Devin's saying it's Marek Marvelous, if not Tad. I mean, he's saying it could be Taurian armoured deity at this point.
What?
LRMs were massive memes in the Mech Commander games, LRM cards. I mean, there's that meme material, they're bread and butter. Dev said uproarious disagreement earlier about your choice with the Karnov. We can move stuff around if need be. We'll come back to the Karnov and see.
Disagrees with my opinion on the Karnov.
Yeah. Uproariously so.
Really? You stick it up his ass. You can stick it up his ass.
You'd split them into the party bus for the SRM and Marek Marvelous for the LRM.
I think they're a party bus. I think they're a bottom end party bus, but they're actually they do their job. They're not good at it, but they're not bad at it.
Well, I mean, because I've only got the one image to represent both.
Yes, and so you can't split. That's why I think it's a party bus.
But I would still say it's one of the higher ups of the party bus, though.
Well, it's above the coolant truck and the biplane, or whatever the hell it was.
Biplane? Well, you talk about the boomerang. They're in the Federated Sun scrap.
The
Karnov?
Yeah.
That's not a plane.
Well,
it's a VTOL.
The write-up called it a helicopter.
Well, it kind of is. It's
Except for it's not.
It's got fucking rotor blades on it. Well, it rotates. Well,
so does a biplane, but it doesn't make it a helicopter, you tit.
No, but it turns them up so it can go up in the air.
It's not a helicopter.
It doesn't launch off a fucking runway.
But it can do.
But it doesn't.
But it can, means it's not a helicopter. He's
just sore because people don't agree with his opinion on the Karnov. He thought he had you all in the palm of his hand with an earlier one, and now he's losing it. He's losing control. Right. It's there. We'll see how it goes in a bit further down the line. We've got one that I think everybody is probably going to agree with on this one. We've got the Manticore coming up next.
Okay. The
Manticore is, let's face it, it's one of those truly deadly heavy tanks. It's got a weapon for all ranges, hasn't it? Because this is like
it's a tank for all seasons.
It is a tank for all seasons. It's got, again, it's one of those iconic pieces of art out there. It's a PPC, an SRM6, an LRM10, a medium laser. It can shoot at all ranges. It can engage anything.
Decent armor.
Yeah, decent armor as well. Not bad speed, obviously, 4 and 6. So it can keep up with most.
Yeah, I think
most vehicles.
Actually a really good tank.
Yeah, this is really good. It's solid armor, as you said. Plenty of ammo for its weapon systems, and yeah, that PPC is the main one. I mean, I would be tempted to say God tier, mainly just because if there was any tank that I would have to field in as large a numbers as possible to be able to engage all enemies,
this is one of those ones that, well, we've actually got Ral Partha.
We've got some of the minis, yeah.
Because we know they're a really good tank.
So, personally, for me, I would be tempted to put it in Tad.
Who's being digitally slapped?
Yobbo, it says there.
Replying
to Yobbo because he points out that the Manticore is not a tilt rotor.
God. Okay.
I'm tempted to put it like bottom end. I'm not saying it's above logistics.
I actually, this is one of those ones you go through and you think, well, what would be a good? Oh my God, yes, that's the tank.
You want to know what? Falkenstein's asking, what does the Manticore look like these days? It has had a modern update.
Yeah, but it still looks pretty much the same because it's a
right. So they haven't added the most up to like the Ilkhan art as far as I can tell, but that was a more modern update of it from one of the later books. It's a bit cleaner, but it doesn't look quite as cool.
Yeah.
But it is getting a redesign for the Ilkhan stuff and for the Mercenaries Kickstarter.
But I think it'll still look pretty much like
I wouldn't change it too much.
Yeah.
Personally.
Yeah, because it always looked good.
Right. This one's a no-brainer. I mean, it's got to be S. It's a mash truck.
Yeah.
If people aren't being kept alive by the mash truck, then it's possibly higher up than the ammo, because again, if there's no one alive to man the guns, then it doesn't matter how much ammo you got, does it? Mass truck. Is anyone going to disagree here? Just so you stick your neck out on this one. Medical support vehicles should be god tier, right?
Yeah.
I think that there are going to be so many YouTube comments about, you're putting the logistics vehicles at the top. They don't win wars.
Except for they actually
They don't shoot things. Alpha Strike. Alpha Strike. My build in MechWarrior Online is all guns. Alpha Strike. Yeah, it's like that. So, top of Tad. I would say it's interchangeable with the engineering vehicle, but it's definitely... The return of one soldier to the battlefield is utmost priority. Indeed. So the mass truck, pretty simple. I don't think anyone's going to agree with that.
Yeah.
We go to the Maxim hover transport. This is a weird...
Why didn't you put the numbers next to all of the...
Oh, I did. Well, I just I wrote them down based on how the images were uploaded.
Right.
Because they uploaded alphabetically.
Oh, okay.
Because that's how they were named.
Yeah.
Going through the book, because they're all over the fucking shop in the book.
Yeah. If you're going through alphabetically.
We've got the Maxim, which is the 52. The next one, I'll try and have it a bit more set up. So we've got the Maxim. Looks like a kind of like a hover bus.
Yes. Yeah, but then you look at it, what it carries, and suddenly you start, the blood drains from you. This is on the battlefield.
It carries an entire platoon of infantry. It's big.
SRM-6, 3 machine guns, 3 LRM-5s, another 2 SRM-2s, and an infantry unit. This is a nasty piece of work. 8 and 12, it's got pretty good armour. Not the best.
So just Devin said, oh good, another mobile bomb. It's an armoured party bus, literally. It is. This thing must be fucking massive. It's carrying an entire platoon of infantry, plus all the ammo. All the ammo and all the rest of it. But it's got the speed. It does sacrifice, obviously, a bit of armour. 20, though, it isn't terrible. It's going to survive some hits, but it is an odd-looking vehicle. It's almost like a small hover behemoth. It is kind of, yeah.
This is quite nasty.
Hey, Vintage Sailors, how you doing?
Hello.
I'm. It's not essential to the battlefields.
No.
This is a luxury. This is the kind of thing that like a lot of house militaries, I imagine, drop down and then they start sending these things out with their infantry platoons to make rapid progress on the field and set up and in forward positions, that kind of thing, or to perform assaults on the outskirts of urban centres and that kind of thing.
This really is the party bus, isn't it?
Yeah, it
carries a party.
Yeah.
And it looks like a bus.
It looks like a bus. It kind of does look like it should have like a number on the front and its destination of where it's heading to, doesn't it?
Yeah, your house.
This is the X5, the front line, just scrolling across the front, or on the side.
Target your mum.
Target your mum.
Your mum.
It's positively a rave in a skirt. Yeah, it is. I think it should it be the head? Should it be the head of the party bus?
I think it's the king of the party bus, isn't it?
I mean, if it had Venga Boys playing as it turned up to the battlefield, I think it might actually set it off as being the best. We like to party. We like to party. Right, the Mech Buster. Obviously, if you don't know what the Mech Buster is, it's an aerotech fighter that carries an AC-20. Clue is in the name. Now, obviously, we're talking about AC-20. Like the Guardian, has very short-range weaponry. It's just the difference is, unlike the Guardian, it's an AC-20. So when it does strafe you, it hurts.
It's an AC-20 on wings, and it looks amazing. And oh god, this is.
It's a deadly boy. There's no denying it with the old Mech Buster. There he is.
Oh, look at that.
Nose mounted. It's obviously got a bit more armor than the Guardian. It's 50 ton. It's slow for an aerospace like 5 and 8.
Yeah.
Well, it's not aerospace, aerotech at this point.
It's a plane. It's not a
five rounds of fire, which isn't bad. Yes, it's kind of the battletech equivalent of an A10 Falkenstein. Yeah, sort of.
Yeah. We know how nasty they.
Though I would say an A10, if you were to convert it roughly for battletech, would probably carry more ordnance than this thing. But also, don't tempt you for a good time with your Venga Boys karaoke. That's what we're going to be doing on Saturday, isn't it? Because we're going to be rolling up in the party bus at the night fight now. I'm just going to be going, he's dead, Jim. This guy, he's dead. He's dead, Jim. So I'm a doctor, not a party bus. If it only said in the law that firing its gun slowed it down, like boom, 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 brat.
Yeah, this is. I think this is pretty good.
You remember what's this vintage? Do you remember reading a BattleTech novel with this in it? Oh, it's probably featured in a few short stories.
This isn't one of those things that's been forgotten, and I've used this on battlefields and done some nasty damage with it before it got.
I mean, did we go with Marit Marvelous?
I think it is Marit Marvelous. Yeah.
Yeah, Marit Marvelous. This is a. I mean, you can't go wrong with the name of the gun. The Zeus 75 Mark 9 autocannon Type 20.
Yeah, and it's the Mech Buster.
It's the Mech Buster, yeah.
Come on.
So, but the question is it above a Demolisher in terms of Marit Marvelous, or is it behind it?
It's behind the Demolisher.
Behind the Demolisher.
Yeah.
But we're definitely above the Drillson and the Hover APC. I think we're good on that with Marit Marvelous.
Fine, I'll make it.
Yeah, as well you should.
Throat is a little dry.
Brew bitch, brew bitch, brew bitch, diddly. Brew bitch, what?
You're making me really regret it, and I'll just go and drink some water for my throat, and you can sit here with nothing.
You can have a slice of my cake if you want. That's not sexual.
Fuck for that.
I've got like a Madeira.
I can feel the blood draining from my face.
You do look a bit pale all of a sudden, yeah. No, there's a slice of like iced Madeira cake if you want to like open that up. If you get a slice of it yourself, if you want.
I'm just going to have the brew for the moment.
Oh, okay. Well, you go
Might have a little bit of that later.
Yeah, you can do, yeah. The offer might be rescinded by then, but we'll see how I feel.
Better not. Fuck it. You've made the offer now, bitch.
Ow! All deals can be altered. Pray I don't alter it any further.
Well, watch your death in paradise. You'll make another brew. We'll have a little bit of cake. It'll be great.
Ah! You didn't say count or hand.
Yeah, it was a practice one. It wasn't a faithful fight.
If you haven't seen it, Power Slap Challenge is the worst piece of television made in years.
Worst thing we've possibly ever watched, and also the funniest.
Fucking
these poor, mostly ex-con type.
Mostly ex-con.
They've all been in trouble for everything.
I don't know if they are all ex-cons.
Most of them look like they are.
They are definitely suffering from CTE. There's definitely that.
The amount of them are like, yeah, I stopped drinking 3 weeks ago and I'm feeling really good about myself. And now I slap people in the face and I get slapped and I'm feeling really good about myself. It's awful.
I'm on the wrong book. I'm on the wrong book. God damn it. There we go. Mobile HQ, the Optimus Prime of BattleTech.
It is the Optimus Prime, isn't it?
It is. Brain damage simulator, yes, of course, definitely.
It's complete idiocy. And watching that potato-headed, overpriced moron sit there pretending that this is somehow going to become the next big thing.
Oh, we're sorry, we're back on Power Slap. I thought you were talking about whoever the Mobile HQ for a second.
No.
Some overpriced moron sat in his Mobile HQ. Man,
smoking his cigar.
Man, I am fucking cool. I got my Mobile HQ. I'm set. Oh, man.
Mobile HQ, roll out.
Yeah. Where are we going, sir?
You know why this is a top-tier vehicle?
Because it's the Mobile HQ.
Because it is always we need you to head out there and take out or capture the Mobile HQ.
It's the objective.
It's always the objective.
It is the objective.
How many times have we done missions where the objective... And therefore, it is a god-tier item
tad. It is.
For every person running a BattleTech.
You are Tad, Mobile HQ. We bless
We bless ye as Tad. Roll forward and be the target of the next operation.
Operation fucking the mob. Oh, Nazi vehicle. No, we'll get to that one.
Man.
Right, the next one. Mobile long-tom artillery. Who doesn't love a little bit of artillery? But the question is it higher or is it lower? And that's what we're here to determine. So, obviously, this is the version of it that has the train that comes with all the ammunition and spare parts and stuff, and obviously the machine guns to keep it protected from an infantry assault. So we're looking at the biggest artillery piece available in BattleTech. What's this? Long-tom is top tier TAD because when the HQ isn't the objective, the long tom is, and it can hurt things. That's true. That's true. The man's got a good comment, bro. Yeah. The bro's only searching the mobile HQ to find out what happened to the mill wheel. What happened to the water wheel? We'll never know. We've asked that GM what was going on with the water wheel, and he still won't tell us. It's a mystery. Again, yeah, I'm leaning to agree about the idea that this is definitely a TAD. Because if it isn't the objective, if there's no mobile HQ, it's the objective. Like capture the long tom or blow up the long tom. Yeah, before it can blow us up. Yeah, yeah. I would say it's TAD. It's in that kind of range, isn't it? So someone who's going to be like, what the fuck are they putting the long tom in TAD? This fucking idiot doesn't know what he's talking about in this chat. They're all fucking morons. Hit the button, Alpha Strike. Hit the button, Alpha Strike. Clans are the best. Drool out of my nose. Right, so on to Monitor Naval Vessel. Now, this is one that has an interesting little story, which, again, if anyone watches the War Warriors, I know that's only a handful of people, will know about the little Monitor Naval Vessel. It's another one that carries an AC, well, it's a pair of AC-20s, I believe, and some SRMs. It's one of the 2 naval vehicles that appeared in this book. We've got the little Monitor. The river striker.
Yeah, this is actually quite nasty, isn't it?
Yobbo says the Monitor's bottom tier. It's cack in desert conditions.
Well,
clong. So I saw a push.
It's a very specific, but it's kind of a cool idea.
Trash tier.
I like the fact they put some naval.
Fuck's sake! Everyone said it's trash. Is it Ilkhan scrap? Is that what we're going for? Is it Ilkhan crap? Are we doing
because it's stuck on a
it's stuck in the river? Yeah, as long as you don't get going in. Look, there's a boat out there for AC-20s.
Oh, there's like 6 hexes that have got water. So you just stick one of them in the middle of it, and everyone's like, it just sits there.
Just bobs.
What does it? What's the point of it? But yeah.
There's fucking boat out there. Shoot you. You know, it's like, well, don't go near boat.
If that's Ilkhan crap, then Ilkhan clap or whatever it's called.
Ilkhan crap.
Yeah, I don't know why I can't remember what it's called because it was my name.
Yeah, you came up with that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like the fueling truck. Yeah.
And
you said it twice. I didn't do this.
I said it the second time because you put it in my bloody head. Right. If that's bottom tier, then where's the next one sitting?
What, the Neptune? The Neptune submarine. I mean, that's got to be crap as well.
The least useful thing ever.
I mean, it doesn't even surface to fire like ICBMs or something. It's literally just it's a little submarine that just protects underwater facilities.
Shall we show everyone the little Neptune?
It's got no like real in-game use unless you're doing super fucking niche, like, oh yeah, you're going to be going under the sea.
Under that sea.
Under the sea.
Under that sea.
Under
There's
the
a
sea.
little Neptune right down there, under the sea. It's got its little large laser.
Yeah, it's got its torpedoes, obviously, and a pop-up large laser for striking something.
I guess the SRM-6 are its little...
No, it's torpedoes. Specifically torpedoes.
Oh,
yeah,
well, it really is.
It's not even like top-mounted missiles.
Worthless.
Yeah, it is.
It's absolutely worthless.
It's an armoured underwater torpedo. Yeah, it's Ilkhan crap, unfortunately.
Yeah. I like the fact they put some naval vehicles in there, but it is worthless.
Yeah, later on Falkenstein, obviously this is before they created the URTs, or whatever they call it, LRTs and SRTs, long-range torpedoes, short-range torpedoes. Back then it was just LRMs, but they're torpedoes, so they just rolled the same. But it would look great in desert camo. No doubt, Yobbo, no doubt. No one would see it. It's like sand shark going around. But we're going back to normal shit now. Actually, it should be somewhere down here, shouldn't it? You canoodling that cat over there.
Yeah.
Right, we got the Ontos. This is just a solid fucking.
Oh, this is a fuck you.
Now this is named after a real world vehicle. That there was the Ontos, but doesn't actually reflect anything like the real world Ontos. Because the real world Ontos was this light armoured vehicle that had, I think it was 4 or 6 recoilless rifle tubes.
Right. Okay.
That would fire, obviously. I think it's anti-tank rounds or anti-tank missiles. I can't remember. It was like or rockets or something. So it was that. Obviously, this thing is like a pair of LRM-5s and 8 medium lasers. So it's nothing like the actual Ontos at all.
Yeah.
I personally, for some reason, don't ask why, I like the look of the Ontos. I think just because it looks so goddamn ridiculous, especially with like the pyramid like Toblerone lasers. And...
Yeah, I do like that. I think what lets this down is its armor.
Its armor is weak. Yeah,
it has the armor of like a 50-ton.
Yeah, it's not going to survive much. Oh, there you go. Like Culture's linked the real M50. So there's the actual.
Oh, okay.
That's the real world Ontos. So it's got 6 recoilless rifle tubes on each side.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
So as you can see, it actually has no link to the real the real world Ontos at all. But I do agree it's probably not that great. It's one of those things. I would throw this down on table tech to scare the party because they're going to go, oh shit, that thing's got 8 medium lasers and SRMs and it can fire all of them at the same time at the same range and it won't overheat and Jesus Christ, it's going to kill me. So it's scary in that respect, but it will die fairly quick because it's only got 30 points of armor. But yeah, I would agree it's party bus material. It's better than a galleon. It's probably I don't know. It's not as good as a goblin, is it? It's probably here, isn't it? We say. I think it's about there because it's not as versatile as a goblin or a bulldog. And to be honest, I'm actually thinking that like the goblin and bulldog are probably better than the behemoth at this point, right? I mean, I would go here with this current setup. I think that's good. So we're getting through. Next one, party bus. Above, party bus, yeah. I think above the galleon, and the fuelant truck and the Karnov, but behind the behemoth and the goblin and the bulldog.
Yeah, you know, there's going to be people who was like, why do you keep putting vehicles with more guns behind vehicles with less guns?
Oh yeah, that is going to happen.
Where's this going?
You just put it there. It's all right. I'm not going to burn my hand or anything. It's fine. So I'm only moving the mouse. So
he burnt his hand.
Well, but by the way, the engineering vehicle is on page 40 of one of your TROs. Is it? Is it? Yeah. I mean, it should be in this one, shouldn't it? Engineering vehicle. Oh, was it in one of? Oh God, was it in here? Sorry, I thought it was in the original book. Yeah, no. It was TRO 3026 for some reason. I thought it was a 3025 vehicle. But yeah, it's engineering vehicle there. The next one that we're going to is the Pack Rat. This is an odd one because it's I've never really seen the reason for the Pack Rat.
I've used this
compared to things like the Skulker. But yeah, Pack Rat. Where the hell are you now on this list? Someone else is going to say it. They're screaming the number.
The Pack Rat.
Oh no, it's in the other book, isn't it? Sorry, Pack Rat is in this book. It's a 3025 vehicle, isn't it? The Pack Rat, J Ordnance, MASH. There it is, Pack Rat, LRPV.
Let's see it. There it is.
Yeah, it's an 8-wheeled box with an infantry squad. Yeah, or passengers, as this one says. As if you're fucking dropping people off like this is a goddamn taxi service. Stag do, hen do. Don't worry, we'll get you there. Oh, there we go. Thank you. Hey, Sooty. How you doing, missus? Oh, she's getting the hugs.
Yeah.
Oh, she's a good girl. Hey, yeah, you get snuggly on the bro. Yeah, she likes to curl up like a xenomorph on the bro. Right. Yeah. So I don't know. Was I can see the use for it. obviously, it's like I would say this is the kind of thing that's probably used more by like militias or periphery states. Probably use things like the pack rat as an ad hoc APC if they need to.
Can I just say I love the look of it? It looks like it's out of it has
Aliens
that 80s...
or something.
No, it feels like it's out of Blade Runner or something.
Oh yeah. I could see that driving around in the city, definitely.
And so I'm just going on its looks, nothing to do with its stats or anything.
Yeah, it has the look of a converted civvy vehicle for combat.
It does,
yeah,
like the company made a military variant.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not terribly good at anything. But I just like the look of it. But I've used them quite often for local militias and stuff.
Mm-hmm. I definitely think it's in like the kind of the militia space. There's someone else, who was it who said that it was like a guerrilla?
Yeah, it's great for that.
Guerrilla
for
warfare
small,
transport. Yabo did, yeah.
Yeah, small, cheap operations. If you've got a group that's been causing trouble on a planet and a cheap mercenary company's been brought in to handle it. Yeah.
So it's in the party bus, though. It's not Marit Marvelous, but it's not. I don't think it's Federated Sun's scrap. I don't hate it. I don't think it's
probably
shit.
At the back of the party bus, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's not getting all the fun. Like, the hookers and blow is definitely a bit lower grade at the back of the party bus. Probably more important than the coolant truck, so I'd say there.
Yeah.
What's this? Something interesting to note, the fact that it doesn't even have focused frontal armor. It's meant to be a defense against being ambushed while traveling through a city.
Yeah, it's clearly... It's almost like a corporate vehicle.
Well, ECG said it looks like a reject from Shadowrun, yeah.
Yes, a little bit, yeah. I like it.
An infantryman climbed into a disabled locust and turned the medium laser on the ECM vehicles just down the hill. Later on, Skymaster, there are some like conversions of the pack rat for things like ECM and stuff like that. But I mean, as far as standard use goes, it's not that common to use the ECM model. Let's see. So Partisan tank is next, which is this is one of those nasty little bastards. It's the quad AC5 mount.
Oh.
Technically an AA vehicle, but obviously can still do a lot of damage. It's a fast-firing, longer-range AC-20 if all four of them hit, which means in NWO terms, if there was a pack rat in game, it would be the PGI would give it 10 ballistic hard points and some kind of like quirk so the AC-5s can rapid fire and skill the fuck out of it so it can have like an extra like 20% ammo and all the rest of it, and it would be ridiculous, and it would be players' favourite, because,
Well, considering this actually has some range to it, this is a far more useful vehicle.
I mean, its downside is its armour package is low, but it does have a decent amount of ammo.
But it can stay back because it actually has some range.
Aethiobus, it's got 10 rounds, so basically it's got 10 rounds of fire per gun, because it's got 40 shots. So, for some people, I don't think it's got enough. Yeah, it's the Partisan, Theobus. I'm hearing a couple of calls here for it to be top of Marit Marvelous or bottom of Taurian God tier. So, it's either going to be here, as far as someone chat saying, or it's going to be bottom of that. Now, we haven't yet had any other combat vehicles to sort of go up there alongside the Manticore, so... For argument's sake, if it was next to the Manticore in the sense of that's your front line, catch-all, god of the tier, that's like your fire support, god of the battlefield.
Yeah, I mean, it is actually pretty good, because the fact that it's not fast or it doesn't have a lot of armor shouldn't matter, because it's popping things at range.
Yeah, the same argument. It could comfortably sit there because it's weakly armored, but it's kind of all round. I think it floats between. We'll review all of these after the fact and see if any of them should shift.
Yeah.
As we get along. So next we go back to the lighter side of the vehicles. We've got the Pegasus, the Pegasus hover tank. Another one of the many little hover vehicles that were introduced in 3026. Oh, in the book, obviously not in the year 3026. The Saladin and all that. There we go. Pegasus Scout Hover Tank. With its now, this is obviously very similar to To the Harasser, it's a pair of SRM6s, but this has the medium laser.
Yeah.
So arguably, is it the same or better?
I think it's better because it also has its sensor package.
Yeah, it does. It does have that because it's a scout vehicle, so it's got a bit more use to it now. And Erwin immediately jumps in, calling it God tier. Twice as nasty, says Yobbo.
Yeah, it is actually a better at its job. It's fast. The armor, considering it's light, is reasonably good.
It can take a hit.
The SRM6s, and as you said, and the medium laser.
It is slower than the Harasser, which I suppose it, based on what the criteria was for putting the Harasser in, like, you know, just the top near the front of the party bus. You know, it's getting the prime choice of hookers and blow at this point.
But this isn't just that, though, is it? With that sensor package, this is also a decent, slightly armoured scout.
So you're saying it's Merit Marvelous?
I think it's
like.
It's
Are we like?
Yeah.
I'm willing to put it above the Hunter.
Yeah.
And probably ahead of the Hetzer, let's face it.
Yeah.
I mean, I would be fine with it going in Merit Marvelous there because it's got the edge of that sensor package that it can actually gather intel, but it can also hurt somebody.
Yeah, exactly. It can defend itself, and it can actually do another job. So it's got a little more versatility.
Yeah, but what do you mean you should have guessed this stream would happen today? Did the hint on the Discord not give it away when I had a tier image that said tier 1, 2, 3, and 4 when I said Battletech stream on Thursday? And it was bottom. Had Eddie Hitler getting stabbed in the dick with an umbrella on part of it. Well, so it's just that it's easier to hit and can't really take a hit. That's what knocks it down for you, Dylan. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely valid criticisms for both, and there's definitely we'll come back. I think we can come back to the Pegasus. Right, we've got the Pike next.
Don't tell him your name, Pike.
Don't tell me your name, Pike. Yeah. Now the Pike support vehicle obviously is one of it's in the heavier ones, 66. Just after the Manticore in the book. Now, so we got the Pike. This is a triple AC2 with a pair of SRM2s. Now, this is supposed to be, obviously, that sort of sits at the back and provides, long-range firepower.
Yeah, to start.
Yeah, wearing down the armor of like big mechs and stuff.
Or looking for that possible opening. Yeah. I think this is a pretty good tank. It's not obviously delivering a lot of damage, but it's really annoying that you're being fired at when you probably can't fire back.
Yeah.
The fact that it's slow doesn't matter because it's not necessarily moving much.
If I remember the write-up for this one, this was developed by a company that were hoping to get in on the vehicle market, but it didn't. It didn't really hit very well, like with buyers. I don't think it got picked up very quickly. In fact, the battle history says it's 38 years old. It hasn't seen much combat use. It's difficult enough getting the goods exported into the inner sphere. Near impossible to find a buyer for untried military vehicles. Comstar being the first customer for the Pike.
Yeah.
So, in universe, it's obviously by the time of 3026, it's not had a lot of use. On the table, it's one of those things that if you start opening up and you start rolling like crits, it's going to be good.
Yeah.
It's not going to strip much. I think this is one of those ones that you could throw in as a GM just to annoy the players. Definitely.
Kind of have used it for that reason, yeah.
Because you'd never go like...
But it's not really ever going to achieve
No
much.
players are ever going to go like, right, we've got some cash to buy some vehicles. What are we going to get? Oh, put a Pike on the shopping list. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, so I've got to say that though it's not bad, it's not very good.
It's in scrap, isn't it? It's Fedson scrap.
It's probably near the back of the Fedson scrap because it's not far off.
It's not, is it? Unfortunately.
It's not as useless as obviously a submarine. Let's not be.
No, it's not Ilkhan crap, but you can
because it still has an actual function.
It can do something. Yeah. It's just not. Now we got the Planet Lifter, the air transport. Now obviously this is one of the big ones. This is the fucker that I believe it can carry mechs, if I remember correctly, because the middle section can open up. I think.
Well, here's the problem. It looks like it could carry a lot, but it's only a 50-ton aircraft, and it can only carry 20 tons of cargo.
Yeah, that's
so
a bit weird.
So it can carry a 20-ton mech, or a 20-ton tank, which is actually not that much.
No, it's not a lot.
But it can carry a tank or a mech. And this is one of those things that, because once again it's...
it says it can carry 70 ton of cargo. And the forward section of the aircraft can take up to 20, while another 50 can be carried in an unprotected bay. So I think it can carry a medium.
Okay. Oh, well, if
or as Yobba says, it can carry a Warhammer if it's in parts over a flight of 4.
Well, then if it can actually carry more than the... Alright, so it's an internal...
Mechs can be quickly and safely loaded onto the planet lifter because the entire length of the upper fuselage will detach from the lower fuselage, and a planet lifter will lower itself to the ground level of variable landing gear, detaching the lower section and then roll away. The mech can be transported, lies down on top of the now exposed cargo bay floor, and is then secured by the ground crew.
Oh, this is... Okay, I thought this only carried 20 tons for some reason.
No, I mean, this thing is... the write-up basically says that it's essential on a lot of these sort of fringe worlds and stuff within Marek space and other Great House territory for militias to get their mechs around the different continents or cities or whatever, because it's a cheap alternative to a dropship.
Going to be lights and mediums, aren't they?
Yeah, and dropships obviously aren't just sitting around on a lot of these planets just waiting for mechs to climb on board and move them. So things like this will get a lot of your militia forces and mechs around the planet.
I think this is probably then much better than I remembered. Then it's a pretty valuable piece of kit then in that regard.
Yeah, I think it's an essential part for any planetary militia. And let's face it, there's more planetary militias getting into fights around the.
But I wouldn't put it top tier. I think maybe.
No, I wouldn't.
Marek Marvelous.
Yeah, this is Marek Marvelous.
Yeah.
I think it's more important than the Hunter of the Hetzer.
Yeah.
Definitely than the Ferret or the APC. Maybe mid. Mid Marek Marvelous. Possibly, so about there, maybe. Yeah?
Yeah, I think that's a fair place.
This is the other. So I love how much lore and whatnot is in the vehicles and other units than the mechs. A lot of them, the vehicles do get some really good write-ups. It looks a bit small. It looks as can be deceiving, Falkenstein. We'll just go with that.
Yeah.
Right. Then we've got controversy incoming.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, someone will be triggered. It's an unfortunate fact of the world of that we live in now. We've got a tank that was named after a German. We've got the Rommel.
Oh, the Rommel.
Despite the fact that the Patton should also be a name that triggers, because if I remember correctly, for all of the things that Patton was renowned for, he was also an avowed racist.
Yes.
So, I mean, neither name is going to fit here, but fuck it. I'm not asked about what the tank is called. I'm asked about what the tank does.
And actually, this is a pretty good tank.
This is a good tank, yeah.
Good armour.
Yeah.
It's got a reasonable punch.
It is thickly armoured.
Yeah, he's a thick boy, isn't he?
It is. Obviously, we've got two different weapon setups? Because you've got Rommel Patton. They're the same chassis, but slightly different
because
stats.
one has the AC-20 and the other one has...
Yeah, the Rommel is the AC-20 model, so it has a little less armour, but it's got the AC-20 LRM-5 and the small laser, and the Patton has more armour, but it carries an AC-10 LRM-5 and the small laser.
Oh, AC-10 LRM-5, right. Well, they both have an LRM-5, don't they? I thought they both had an LRMs.
LRM-5 and LRM-5, yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right. I couldn't remember what the other version had instead of the AC-20, but I remember the AC-20.
Yeah, it's just one trades off the AC-20 for a 10 to get more armour with the same weapons, and the other one goes for a bigger boom.
Yeah.
Now, Devin's saying it's ass end of Taurian armoured deity. Urban's saying it's bottom of Taurian armoured deity.
Yeah, I think this is a bottom end Taurian armoured deity as well. I think this is a pretty meaty tank that can do its job pretty well.
The man's saying it's above the Bulldog but below the Demolisher. Okay.
Well, considering its weight, it's 4 and 6. It can
4 and 6.
It can take a beating. It can certainly deliver a beating.
This is the original all-round MBT, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I know obviously there was also the Von Luchten, which we'll get to a little later on, but this was your original tank
Yes.
that basically everyone used in the Innisphere before 3026 came around and sort of gave you all the other toys to play with. I think I would agree with it at the moment being bottom of Taurian Armoured Deity.
Yeah, I'm comfortable.
Because
with that.
it's MBT, it's good.
Yeah.
But, I mean, as a side note about the thing, I'm honestly not... I don't give a shit whether the thing is called a Rommel or a Patton or whatever. I mean, you know, as long as the things aren't called the Hitler or the Stalin tank or whatever.
Yeah.
It's named after generals. I'm sure if you go through a lot of old things... Like, we had one called the Cromwell, which, you know, I'm sure you could dig through that and find something that whoever that's named after it was a fucking... Oh, well, they did this and it was a horrible thing.
Cromwell, yeah.
You know, shit like that. You know, you're just nitpicking. It's a fucking name for a vehicle. It's not like, you know, pro-Nazi to call it Rommel, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
let's just, you know, take a step back. Yeah. So we've got the Saladin.
Oh.
Or the Salahadin.
This is actually realistically probably better at its job than the Demolisher. It's just the Demolisher has the like name recognition.
I mean, as far as actual effectiveness, I would say this thing is better than the Hetzer at the whole AC-20 jobby.
Yeah, because it's 8 and 12, so this can actually cover distance and then bring that thing to bear. So that's why I say it's probably better. Obviously, its downside, its armors, if I remember, isn't great. What is its armor?
It's 17 on the front, 5 on the side. So basically, all of its armor is on the front because. Yeah, in battle, this thing is just zooming toward a target because it's got this hull-mounted main gun, and its one job is to get up close, hit you as hard as possible, and zoom the fuck off. Which, as you said, it can do with its flank speed of 12, which is a decent defense in and of itself.
So if you want to basically screw up the group early on, and actually put some fear amongst them, seeing that going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, turn. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, turn 11, 12. I'll do some rolls for its turns. Yeah, it's fine. It's got a good driver, and I've now brought that within 6 hexes of you, and I'm going to be firing an AC-20, and that's where the player looks at you like, you complete bastard.
Yeah.
So in that respect, I actually think this is pretty nasty. Now, its ability to survive for more than maybe the first round of engagement, not great.
Yeah, as Devin said, it's glass cannon.
Yeah,
you know,
it's a glass cannon, but it's a nasty little cannon.
Yeah, and, definitely.
Yeah, if you're in the mood for kind of, you know, I'm going to piss off the players early on with this little bastard, I actually think this is probably better at it than the slower moving. Yeah.
So. Yeah, I mean, we're probably still in the party bus territory.
Oh,
though.
yeah. This is probably right behind the aforementioned party bus itself. Maybe actually, no. I might.
I wouldn't put it above the harasser.
No,
I would put it by the J. Edgar.
Yeah, the J. Edgar. Yeah, maybe just behind that. To be fair.
I mean, at the moment, it's ahead of the SRM LRN carrier. But I don't know if it's better than Bulldog and Goblin, though. That's an
a
argument.
good point, actually. Yeah.
I don't know. It may end up going down here, you know.
Yeah, probably.
Behind the Ontos.
Yeah, you're probably
because the Ontos could, I mean, for all its faults, it could take a hit from a Saladin and kill it in return.
I mean, in reality, it can actually bring that gun to bear, but obviously there are vehicles above it that are going to be in the fight much longer, and in the long run, probably do more damage.
I mean, that thing's probably cheaper than Bulldogs and Goblins, but Bulldogs and Goblins, I think, are a bit more versatile.
Yes, I think that's
as
probably
frontline
true.
Units, personally. Yeah. As I said, we'll go through. We'll see if anyone has any thinks any changes should be put in.
And remember, everyone, this is just fun.
Just for fun.
It's just our opinions, and some of them are just based on whether we like the look of them and whether we've used them in our own tabletop, which I have used that in tabletop myself.
Next up, we've got the Saladin, the Saracen.
The Saracen.
Which I think is next one down.
Yeah. This is
now the Saracen is dumb fun because it's triple SRM2, LRM10, 8 and 12, same speed as the Saladin, and
actually has some armor.
Yes, as does some armor. It's a high speed fire support unit which
Yeah.
has the ability to do a nice bit of splat damage up close.
Yeah, I think this is actually a pretty good one. This is another one of those ones that we have used.
Yeah, I've brought in a few Saracens over
Yeah,
time.
and so have I, because it's actually quite good at sort of starting out at range and trying to pop a few shots, and then getting in close later on, trying to use its speed with those SRM2s to try to open up a few things. It's not got a lot of firepower, but we haven't necessarily been ranking things based on firepower, which is correct. So
It's just for fun. That's what Hunter Davian said to the assembled guests at the end of his wedding reception, right? whoa, Robert, where are you going? Where you go, buddy? Come on! Oh, he's being invaded. He's got to go.
you haven't even tried the Volivants. Oh, come on! We had Trifle. It's your favourite. Don't go.
I resurrected Ferrero Rocher for this. Ah. The pic looks like it has a lot more than SRM2s. Yeah, I mean, the picture does seem to suggest that the tube's here.
I mean, let's face it, Lau was probably sat in the corner talking to himself anyway. The voices. Crazy.
The inbreeding gives me power.
Crazier than a shit out rat. Yeah, this is a party bus, probably mid-range.
Yeah. We're looking at a little party bus vehicle here, definitely.
Probably close to the vehicle we just put in.
Yeah, it's an accompaniment to the Saladin.
Yeah, actually,
they move at the same speed, so that tries to get in close.
Work quite well together,
that engages.
Yeah.
We've got the Savannah Master.
Oh my god!
Cheap and cheerful.
I love this little thing.
Built
and
with
players absolutely hate it because if they've got a half decent little driver in them, which let's face it, if you're going to use them, you give them a half decent little driver. So
there it is.
Turn constantly.
The 5-ton, wish fulfillment machine that is the Savannah Master.
And these have been used in BattleTech.
I'm already
MechWarrior games.
I'm already seeing God tier.
Yeah,
Tad,
this is a fucking annoying little right near your ear.
Now
and you're like, God, fuck, go away.
In universe, these things technically are actually kind of expensive because they all come with fusion engines rather than ICE engines.
Okay.
So that they arguably are probably a bit more expensive than some of the heavier vehicles in the light range because of that. I think it's the write-up is that the guy who started the company somehow
found
he came across a
fusion
shitload of cheap fusion engines, and decided he'll make vehicles out of them.
Yeah,
they are very good though, and I'm very tempted to just go with the God tier set.
Yeah, because I've used these so often, and every time you put them down on the table, this is another thing we've got actual models of. We've got Rel Partha because we use them to annoy people all the time. Its speed is just so irritating.
I mean,
at the bottom of the God tier.
It's bottom of God tier, yeah.
But they're so fun to play with. When the party's just like, I hate these things. I mean, what is its top speed?
You know what?
20?
Yeah, but it can take 2 medium lasers to the front before it dies.
It's ridiculous, isn't it?
It's so crazy.
So you actually do manage to get a lucky hit, and then the GM goes, yeah, it's still going. And you're like, I hate this.
Like, what? It can even take a side hit from a medium laser and not die.
Yeah, it's hilarious, isn't it?
And yeah, Kira's you could take 20 Savannah Masters for its point cost. The thing is so fucking cheap, and it's a lot of lasers. They do all add up eventually.
Yeah.
Obviously, the only thing is it obviously doesn't have a turret mount machine, so they do have to point toward their target before they fire.
Yeah, but with that movement, you can't you?
You can ram mechs with it, yeah.
Yeah, you could.
I think they'd bounce off the foot, but it'd be funny, yeah. Oh, alright, Naman, see ya. His power's going off in 5.
Oh, bye, Naman.
Alright, catch you later, man.
But, yeah, this is fun, isn't it? They're up there because they're annoying.
Well, there's a clan of bids 1 black at Ilkhan over Innisphere Commander bids an equal number of lasers on 12 different vehicles. Yeah, it is. They're fun. They're silly fun.
Yeah, they're always going to get behind you and start trying to pop at the rear of your mech. And even if it doesn't hit, the player knows that there's that chance. So, yeah, they're great.
Yeah, they do work on that level, and they're quite good. Now, we've got one of my personal favourites, because I'm a big fan of PPCs. We've got the Shrek.
Oh!
I do love the Shrek PPC carrier.
Yeah, this looks cool.
Yeah.
And it's got...
It's big guns. You know, big fun, big money, big women. It's great.
Yeah. You don't have to worry about ammo.
There's no
even
ammo.
Though the picture has an SRM6 sticking out the side of it, which would be great if it did have that.
Maybe it's part of the Omicron 9 targeting and tracking system. We don't know.
Yes, of course.
Or it's some kind of like vent thing for the heat that opens up when it fires. Who knows? Whatever the fuck it is. It is iconic, yes, as Devon says. It is. Yeah. It is up there. It looks amazing. It's. I believe it. Even HPS BattleTech in the campaign at one point, it was a vehicle that was a friendly, and it absolutely ruined the enemy team. It was great. It did most of the work for me. Yeah, it's got to be God tier, right?
Yeah, I think so. The PPC carrier, yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, the Shrek is definitely up there. Obviously higher up than the Savannah.
Yeah.
Higher up than our MBT friend in the Rommel pattern, or that's the question. Is it better than a Manticore? Is it better than a Long Tom? It's definitely. I
think it is.
Yeah, you think so? It's not better than the Mobile HQ.
No,
so we go like there, yeah. All right, it's definitely Tad though. We are going with Tad. Now we're back to the Hover Bros, the S series as Naman called them earlier of hover vehicles. We've got the last one, the Scimitar, which is obviously in the same.
This is another good one.
The same range. Gobbo, Hector, engineering vehicle, Striker, Scimitar. There it is, medium. Obviously, this is the AC model with 2 SRM2s in the turret as well. So same speed again, alongside the Saracen.
You really could just have a fight with a group of these. As
well,
the
I did. I did
yeah.
a table tech where I had I think it was 2 of these and 3 of the Saracens, and I think it was 2 Saladins.
Yeah.
Going against you, and it's. Yeah, the Saladins were the big fear, but these things obviously got around and started to, harass you guys.
Yeah. Park up, use that AC5, then move off again. Yeah.
So
I think this is. It's going to be next to it.
It's in the same range.
Yeah.
It's probably the lower of the 3.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
It's definitely on the party bus. It's getting some of the hookers, getting some of the blow.
Yeah.
Now we go for another. I don't know if it's so much iconic in as much as it's definitely recognizable by name, but we've got the Scorpion. The Scorpion light tank. Probably the most go-to, direct, cheap, easy to produce AC5 carrying Scorpion light tank, or as we call it, Macro 5, the Sniper light tank, because it's ridiculous accuracy on the move.
For some reason, in the game, this thing can shoot you from the other side of the map and get a headshot. These are your go-to basic tank.
Yeah.
It's got.
Weirdly enough, the Vedette is obviously the right up of the kind of the default tank. But to be honest, I always pictured the Scorpion being the go-to
tank, and so this is the thing that some small militia. Have a couple of, because as you said, because it's an ice engine. This thing is relatively cheap for what it is.
Yeah, I could see a lot of periphery states using large numbers of Scorpions. For defense.
It's not fast. It doesn't have a lot of armor. It has basic munition-based weapons, but because it's so cheap.
Skull said the first time they fired on us Mech 5, I shat myself. Yeah, because they do the sound effects on them are quite good in Mech 5.
And this thing can take a PPC hit.
It can,
but it's probably the bottom of.
It's probably top scrap.
Yeah,
right?
It is not very good, but just for the fact that this is the kind of thing you can throw down anywhere.
Yeah, it is one of those ones that you can throw them at players all day long, and they're never going to kill the players.
Yeah, a local guerrilla group might have even managed to get hold of 1 or 2 of these things.
Yeah,
they got on the
you're going after a fucking guerrilla force that are out in the jungle somewhere. They got a couple of these things.
Yeah.
Now we got the Sea Skimmer, the hydrofoil.
Oh yeah,
25 tonner at an SRM4, a bunch of MGs. I mean, we've put the other boats in Ilkhan crap, so I don't really see this as being.
It's still above the.
It's above the Neptune, yeah, but it's in the
kind
crap.
Of pointless. I still like the fact they put those kinds of vehicles in.
Yeah, it's nice for that, but
unfortunately, kind of.
It is crap. It's Ilkhan crap, unfortunately. Right, we got the Skulker. Now, I can't remember if the Skulker's in this book or if it's in 3025 off the top of my head. I can't quite remember where the Skulker is. It's in this 114. I had a soft spot for the Skulker because it has kind of a cool look. It's almost Star Wars.
Oh,
there's a little bit of a Star Wars kind of look to it. It's not doing anything special. It's a medium laser, a small sensor package. It's not doing anything special,
though, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess I like the mini, and I like the name, the Skulker, wheeled scout tank.
Yeah.
They're fun. They're not doing anything special. I'd be more than happy to stick these in Fed Sun scrap.
Yeah.
To be honest, because they're not jumping out.
It's probably near the back.
Near the back. All right, we'll put it there.
Yeah.
All right. The next one is it's iconic in the sense that it's on the front of the book.
It's
the Striker, which is actually, where is it? There it is. Striker.
Like a light tank,
38. Yeah. It's weird as well that it's called a light tank because obviously it's wheeled.
Yes.
So it's more of an IFV in a sense. But they're effective for what they are. SRM6 and LRM10, pretty decent armor, 24 and 20 on the sides.
It would be relatively cheap. It's an ICE.
Yeah. It's nice engine. They're a mobile harasser. Yeah. What's this? After this, I have a strange feeling that the Mom will already have 2 of the naval vessels done in Blender. I'd probably just go, oh look, I've got a new model for you. I think they look amazing.
Yeah, it's the face of the tanks, isn't it? It's their pin-up boy.
It's your pin-up. The artwork's really good on this. Like, I think Luce did really, really good work with this one. It looks great.
And these are actually pretty efficient.
Yeah,
the SRM6 and LRM10, and it's got OK speed with 5 and 8, and it has OK armor. It can take an AC-20 to most locations. So I actually think this is pretty good.
Yeah,
I would say it's
Marek Marvelous. Yeah,
it's a Marek Marvelous. Yeah.
Probably. I mean, it's above the APCs. I'd say it's there.
Yeah.
To be honest, I think it's got legs. It's going.
Yeah.
The next one we've got is it's not an iconic one. I doubt it's one that many people even really bring up much in any kind of conversation with regards to ground combat in BattleTech. But we've got the Sturmfeuer.
Oh, you know what? I remember very little about this.
It's an 85 tonner. It's a pair of LRM-20s with a pair of machine guns. So it's basically assault fire support.
Right. So this is the LRM carrier done right because it can actually take a bump.
It can,
because it's got a lot of armor, hasn't it?
Well, yeah, it's 66 front, left, and right, and on the turret, and 48 on the back. So
even a heavy mech coming in on this thing.
Basically, it's got enough armor to survive being attacked by fast-moving mediums or lights if they get closer, because it can't really defend itself against anything that gets close. It has a pair of machine guns in the turret, but like a Mercury could run around the back of this thing and just stay on it all day, and it never really get bothered by the Sturmfire returning fire of its MGs. It definitely needs support, so I don't really know. I know obviously like I push for the Hunter to be higher up, but this thing is a bit slower than the Hunter, and although I am a sucker for LRM-20 carriers, I don't know if this sits higher up, personally.
Maybe it's just because it's not one of the better known ones, but it is.
I love the look of it. It looks great. I like the fact that the launchers are actually on the back there.
Well, one's on the back, one's on the turret.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It says it's front mount for the missile tubes.
One's front mount, one's on the turret.
Yeah, but it says that's the front, but the launcher
actually on the back.
is pictured on the back.
Sorry, I was just...
Yeah, no, that's the tube for the front mount one, yeah.
Yeah. And then it's got its 2 machine guns also.
It's supposed to be an arrangement that the designers had trouble with because they wanted to keep the low profile, but they didn't know how to have 2 launchers, so they realised that they could have this sort of, it could fire up and then toward a target. Yeah, it's a separate launch computers with interlaced trajectories, so it could fire both of them without the missiles colliding, basically, as they came out of the tubes.
Yeah.
Some cool and completely unnecessary write-up information, but it was nice that they went to that level.
Yeah, it's kind of cool for that reason.
I do like it. I do like the Sturmfeuer. I probably put it's higher up in the party bus, I think. I personally think it's better than LRM carrier.
Yeah.
I think it's about there.
It's the LRM carrier done right.
Yeah. Right. We're getting up there. Not many left. Next one we've got
Swift Wind.
The little Swift Wind, yeah. Obviously pictured as the sort of the poster boy of the vehicle section of 3025, but there it is. Another one that I think looks absolutely cool. I love the look of the Swift Wind. It's an important scout vehicle. Obviously, it gets the intel about where the enemy are.
Yeah, this is actually another one of those vehicles that gets. I've used it quite often.
It does get ignored. It's an objective piece that you could use.
I've used it as an objective.
Or you protect it.
Yes, or you protect it. And in that respect, it's actually pretty good. At its actual job, I don't know how great it is. It has its great communications uplink so that it can be far out on its own.
Yeah. Decent speed, 10 and 15.
Yeah.
Armor's not really a factor. It doesn't need it. It just drives away from anything
it has
that does
no
sweat
weapons
it.
to speak of.
No, and this is why obviously it's more in the realm of support vehicle. Yeah.
Yeah. I would say this is probably mid-tier.
I don't know. I think because of its importance as a scout, it should be higher up because obviously we have put emphasis on things like the HQ.
Yeah,
as of being
because
top
of that.
tier.
Yeah.
And like the ferret was there because it gathers intel, and if you don't know where the enemy are, you can't shoot them.
Mm.
So we seem to be getting a lot of calls here for like Marek Marvelous or top tier.
Okay, well I put it in the Marek.
Yeah, I've got no problem with that personally. I think it should be quite high up in Marek Marvelous because it's relatively cheap. It's effective. What's up? You sad, missus?
She's just after attention.
Yeah, she just wants to talk. So.
Yeah, she wants me to go and sit over there.
Well, we're down to the final 3, and I'm sure if anyone can see the images clear enough, we've got the Vedette, the Von Luckner, and the Warrior. Oh. Obviously, now the Vedette is as the Lore Warrior will tell you, if it's not like I'm pushing the playlist or anything. It's just I've covered all of these in the past, but the Vedette is basically how many Vedettes is this equivalent to? It's a weird looking medium tank though. It's really fucking strange because it has this like 3-tier system of like the track, the body, the turret.
Yes.
It's just an AC5 with a machine gun. It's straightforward.
Yeah, it's like a cooler, more sci-fi version of the.
I'm getting catted.
Of the Manticore, is it?
No, the Scorpion.
The Scorpion, sorry.
Yeah, it's a heavier heavier Scorpion essentially.
Yeah.
Sorry, everybody else, like Sooty has decided she wants to get on me now. Yeah, up-armoured Scorpion. Why are the claws? Okay, there we go. 5 and 8, cruise, IC engine. Okay armour package. It's pure party bus material.
It is absolute party bus, isn't it?
Yeah, obviously, fed some scrap for that, but I would say it's in the lower end of the party bus.
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, she was comfortable for 3 seconds.
Yeah, comfortable, little bum squidged, everything else, no. Was she about to try and step on your head?
Yes, because she's trying to get over to me now. And
ow,
she's trying to figure out what she's gonna do.
Ow.
So will you get a
fucking
cloth?
cat. I love you, missus, but you're a pain.
Yeah. Just because she wants to go to sleep on someone, that's what she's
after. For God's sake. Well, we're nearly done here.
These chairs aren't really in the right position.
No.
She's on the couch over there. So she's in a mood now.
we are petting the cat. She just won't fucking stay still.
Yeah.
Now,
okay.
we have to go back over to 3025 for the Von Luckner, or Von Luckner. This is obviously the heavier alternative to the the Romulan pattern. It's 75 ton. It's an AC-20, pair of SRM-6, an SRM-4, an LRM-10, a machine gun. It's basically the Manticore Forerunner before the Manticore was sort of added proper.
Yeah, I really like this.
Oh, it's a cool looking tank. I love this pyramidal
LRM
missile
launcher.
launch thing. It's completely unnecessary to look like that, but it sets it off.
Yeah. This looks big and mean.
It's a scary vehicle.
It has a lot of armor.
Its one downside is that it is entirely short range.
Yes.
Outside
the
the
LRM, but it's not enough real punch.
Yeah, it has to get close to really be felt. Unlike the Manticore, which can reach out without an ammo-based weapon, like with its PPC, to keep hitting targets long after it's run out of ammo, this thing obviously relies on the fact that once it gets close, it's going to fuck you.
This thing
It's
can
gonna
just
hoit
take
you.
hits and keep on delivering damage. Because when it does get into that medium range, I mean, look at it's got everything. I mean, barring the machine gun and flamer, it can just pump out.
Yeah. Its armor is fairly decent for its weight. I would happily put this in Marit Marvelous.
Yes.
The reason I wouldn't put it in Taurian alongside the Manticore is because I think the Manticore is definitely the all-round best. Best for your balance of your money, availability, and weapons package.
Yes.
And the Von Luttner is a bit more expensive and a little bit more limited in its versatility.
Yeah, because it's slow and...
But it's definitely above the Hunter, it's definitely above the Hetzer, above a lot of the hover vehicles.
Yeah.
I would probably put it about there, I think.
A little... I think I'd put it above the...
You put it above the Ferret?
Yes.
Put it... there we go. So you go there with it. It should have a heavy rifle. Yeah, but heavy rifles didn't exist then, Falkenstein. They didn't do any of those kind of things. Most tanks will carry ACs. You just got to go with rifles. Now, the last one is obviously the Warrior, which is, it's your bog standard. And for a long time, and it's the strangest thing, helicopters and Battletech, they don't do combat helis for ages after the Warrior. There just doesn't seem to be any others.
Yeah, for quite a while.
It also has the bizarre fact that it's 21 tons.
Yes.
It's a vehicle that has a very unique sort of weapons package. Tonnage though, with AC2 and SRM4. It's not too bad.
Yeah.
It's got its remote sensors that it can drop as well to mark areas. It's the One Warrior Nation, yeah.
It's warriors come out to play. Yay.
I like it. It's super cheap. It's effective. You could imagine loads of these being deployed on battlefields across the periphery and the inner sphere.
So, I mean, this thing isn't slow, and the fact that it can then you at range as well.
Yeah, 10 and 15 on movement.
And then if it does get in close, it's got that little SRM4. I kind of like this.
I mean, Devon's already calling it that it's upper Marit Marvelous or low-end TAD. Also, the redesign looks glorious. Yeah, the new model does look really nice.
Oh, can we see that?
I can't remember if the image is on here
Is it not
yet,
on here yet?
But I remember seeing it. Warrior Attack Heli. Oh yeah, there you go. So that's the modern design.
Oh, okay.
So they're still going with that chunkier look. You can see it looks like a kind of rotary barrel.
Yeah, because in that it's split up into these three little barrels, isn't it, on the original?
Yeah, that might be one of the later models, but yeah, it's definitely changed a bit. It's still 21 tons though. It's still that bizarre.
Yeah, or it didn't have to follow the format because that's just the writers were like, oh fuck it, we'll just make it 21 tons then.
It lacks armor. Falkenstein. It's a helicopter. Have you ever heard of an armored heli that can take a hit from a main gun, even in real life?
Yeah, this is going to be in the Mercenaries Kickstarter next week.
Oh yeah.
And yes, I will be getting in on that.
Yeah, no, the Hind can't take a main gun hit from like a fucking leopard. It would just disintegrate.
Yeah.
Was a leopard like 120 mil smoothbore or something like that, firing an APDS discarding Sabo round? If it passes through it, it'll just shatter the fucking thing.
Yeah, I think maybe you've been listening to some people on certain Russian accented typists telling you
strong Russian vehicle. Yeah. I'm sorry, like Hind gunships are fucking cool, but there's no way they're taking tank rounds.
Yeah, this idea that No, I am from Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
And I tell you, I have seen, and Hind gunship can take shot from Death Star.
Yeah, but folks, that's what I asked. Is there a helicopter that could take a tank round? And you said yes, the MI-24. But I think it's perfect for what it is. It's cheap, it's effective, it's fast. It doesn't survive very long, but that's helicopters in general. They're not meant to be shot at. They're meant to shoot at stuff and get the fuck out if there's any AA in the area.
This is a cool little chopper. I really like these. And I've used them shitloads.
Its tail rotor is confusing, yes. It's sci-fi as fuck, Hero. It is rule of cool.
Well, they do have those weird tail rotor things now.
Yeah.
They do actually exist. So it was based on a piece of tech that does exist now.
So... yeah, I'm more than happy to put this like bottom end a tad.
You think? Yeah.
I think out of all the air vehicles that are in this is probably the one that would.
It's the coolest, isn't it?
It's coolest, and
it actually can do something.
If there's one that is going to go into tad, it would be that. The Mech Buster is good. Don't get me wrong, but I think for the Mech Buster,
I also like the Mech Buster because it looks cool.
The Mech Buster is cool.
And I have harassed players with it to the point of players getting like genuinely angry. And I think you can guess who I'm talking about from our games.
Oh, yeah. It's like, it's not that, bro. So it's like they took the tail and mounted it sideways. Yeah, I suppose, yeah. Yeah, I see what you mean with it. But it's, it's cool. Right, so we've gotten through. It's 50 vehicles. Let's see, is there anything that after all this is chat, or yourself, bro, want to move any of these around? The engineering vehicle and mass truck and the all of these, I think they're fine where they are.
Yes, so do I.
The Shrek, I think it's okay. The Manticore, I don't know if the Shrek is probably... I'd say the Manticore is probably...
I mean, because of if it's your dollar signs... Yeah. As in actual cost, you're going to get...
Well, I'm going back to the versatility again. Yes. Of like my Manticore can do more than the Shrek can, in the sense, because I don't have to worry about minimum range as much. So once something gets within minimum range of that thing, it's shit. It can't do anything. Whereas that can still shoot you with like lasers and missiles and stuff.
Yeah.
Obviously, your Long Tom, it's your objective piece.
Yeah.
I think it's fine. The Von Luckner, I think, is good. The
Savannah
Savannah Master and the Warrior, I think, are fine when they are. Now the Partisan against the Demolisher as top of front of Merit Marvelous.
See, I think the Demolisher might just outdo it just because of its recognition. It's recognized. It's been there since day dot as one of those things that used to spook players.
So you'd say it should supersede the Partisan. Okay.
I think if we're going on the fact that it has that extra something, which is the name recognition, then maybe it does.
Yeah, I agree with Devin that considering the Long Tom and the Mobile HQ were always used as objectives, they probably should be side by side.
Yeah,
so yeah. Swift Winds. I wouldn't have a problem if it moved down a bit. Obviously, you got the Met Buster, should be higher up in Merit Marvelous anyway.
Yeah.
We got the Drillson, Planet Lifter.
Maybe the Swift Wind should go down a little. I think just because...
So...
I'm not sure I would have it above things
above the Striker?
I think it might be just below the Striker, personally.
Well, I mean, it could go with the other recon vehicle,
the
Ferret.
Okay, yeah.
We could stick it there.
That actually makes better sense, yes.
Right, so we got the Von Luckner is obviously here. Sorry, that was the wrong one. So we got the Von Luckner here. More important than hover or APCs in general, although APCs do get you people to the front, that thing just kills people at the front.
Yeah, I think maybe killing people at the front should be a little bit higher than getting people to the front so it can chew them up. So maybe put that behind the Stalker, I think.
What do you think that should be behind what?
I think it should be behind the
Swiftwind. Sorry, the Striker.
The Striker, sorry.
Yeah. Put it there. I mean, Devin said that the Swiftwind is critical communications, forwarding, and scouting. Though I mean, it's just an emphasis on comms. So I don't know. I mean, it's
still in the Marek Marvelous.
It's still there, yeah. I don't know if there are any vehicles realistically that should jump from a category.
It doesn't feel like.
I mean, I don't know if anyone in chat has any opinion about any vehicles that should jump or drop a category. To be honest,
I think we've done pretty good on the categories.
I think if nothing else,
quite confident that everything that's in the absolute bottom tier is exactly where it should be.
I think if nothing else, what we've created here is definitely something to get a lot of people angry in YouTube comments.
No, I disagree. I think what we've created here is something that people will look at and discuss for years to come. And I think that the vast majority will probably, in time, be forced to agree with everything we've said, and this is the plan of a kind of a future
catalyst will determine
that this is the way. Yeah,
they'll reprint the books in this order.
In this order of importance. Yeah, I think that's what we're looking at here.
Right. Well, I think we're good then. Well, we'll wrap it up there. We ran over a little bit, but thanks everybody who joined, which includes.
Well, there is a lot of vehicles, so getting run over.
Yeah. Kiro, Kolsch, Elise, Alcidra, BFG, Blood Spirit, Betavar, Skymaster, Deep. What's that? Deep Trouble. That's a good one. Dirt, Stun Grizzly, Irwin, ETG, Elizabeth, Qatar, Katana. Is that Streamfarer? Devin, The Night Reaver, Varg, Violet, TV, Von Falkenstein, Yobbo, and obviously we had Naman in the chat.
And anyone else that was watching.
And anyone else who didn't say anything. But
if you just lurked and you thought that we were idiots, or you watch this later on YouTube and you also think we're morons who don't know what they're talking about, then just remember, once again, this was just for fun.
I think that... Fuck off, Windows. Oh, it looks like you finished with this. Let's finish setting up. No, go away, Windows. Yeah, so the next one we'll get round to, I'll do 2750 in the mechs or aerospace fighters. Because I was thinking if aerospace, I'd do the 3025 and the 2750, so there's more planes.
I don't know the aerospace as well as the mechs and tanks, because that's going to be us just like roaming around in the darkness. I mean that could be funny. But yeah, I would definitely do the mechs, the next book.
Well, we could do the 2750 mechs, and then I could do one for the 2750 vehicles.
Either way, you're idiots. Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, have a good one, everybody. Thanks for joining. No idea what stream is tomorrow.
I'm gonna go and eat some cake.
You're going to eat some cake? Yeah, you're going to do that.
I am.
I'm going to Google image the Sikorsky X2 before you end, just to prove to the YouTube trolls that helicopter actually exists. Yeah, I know it exists. Why would anyone say it wouldn't? I'm confused. But yeah, we'll wrap it up there. I said I don't know what it's going to be tomorrow because we don't know if we'll have Davros, because unfortunately his main caregiver was involved in a car accident. We don't know how bad it was. Hopefully it wasn't too bad, so he may not be available tomorrow. He's definitely not available today because he doesn't have any caregiver today, so we'll see how that goes. What's that? Next table tech is set in the swamps of the New Everglades with only hydrofoils. Yeah. So I'm sure Davros will be able to update everybody next time he's on stream, let everyone know what's going on. But yeah. Till then, have a good one, everybody, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks, bro, for joining.
Yeah, you still lied about what this was going to be. You said it was like important and would be a lot of, and well, you really needed me and all. Pea
soup needs filling in the machines, so you go get on with that. I'm gonna get myself.
Oh, I'm eating cake. You said I could have cake.
Yeah, after you've done the machines, of course. Got those in there. I
made a brew.
I'm gonna have some chocolate scones. I made you a brew as well. Some chocolate scones with some chocolate spread on it. It's gonna be quite nice.
Isn't that nice for you?
Yeah, it is, because that's my breakfast. All right, well, right. Well, I think I've turned it off.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
It wasn't bad. Yeah.
Yeah, it was all right, wasn't
it? I was probably the best thing in it, to be entirely fair. I think I bring a certain je ne sais quoi to these.
I didn't know you spoke Danish.
Yeah. To these morning events of yours, because it's usually just you with your monotone voice.
Monotone?
On.
What, droning?
Here's another Mac. I'm gonna have.
I don't sound like that.
I'm gonna have this Mac shoot at it.
I don't talk like that.
And then I come in and I'm a little more erudite, you know.
You real eloquent.
I real eloquent.
You eloquent.
and I bring something to this that sadly you just don't. And I think that's
It's harsh.
it's harsh but true, harsh but fair.
I don't know why
Harsh but fact.
Kira's still in the chat. The stream's off. She's a silly girl, is Kira. She's talking about Danes just being Norwegians choking on a potato. I don't know what she's talking about.
What that means.
Nah, it's weird. Must just be a weird Norwegian thing that we don't get. Yeah.
Yeah. Why would she be typing that when this is all over?
Well, I don't know. She's Norwegian. She's weird.
Yeah.
They walk around saying "Hester cook." Well, you haven't ended the stream. Oh fuck!
Oh
Shit!
God damn it!
No.